What's going on? Everybody, welcome. I'm self-conscious about doing that because Taiga pointed out that I say everybody welcome or welcome everybody. That's what she said. Welcome everybody. How the fuck do you greet people? What's going on, everyone? Welcome. It's the JeekLeague week 5, and that means it's the last week of the group stage. This is the grand finale of the groups to find out who makes it to the playoffs to determine who are going to be the best teams in the scene. There were 24 teams that signed up for the league. That's 96 unique players. Only 8 teams can make it to those playoffs. So we're going to have to say goodbye to a lot of faces tonight, but that was after 5 weeks of playing their heart out, showing up, showing out, you know, hanging out with their friends, maybe making new friends, playing in their group, learning the game at a level that they probably wouldn't have been forced to be learning it otherwise, right? So, you know, it's definitely been a great learning experience for everyone involved. I'm sure regardless of people's scores, regardless if they're still fighting for that playoff spot or not, that, you know, at least I hope that you guys had a great time and that everyone had a good time watching. That being said, we still got a whole night's worth of matches to go, right? But we're going to be talking about the standings currently to find out who's going to make it out of the groups or who's fighting to figure that out. We're going to be talking about the stats, what we have for players and characters, and I'm also going to introduce the teams. But also, guys, something I want to talk about that we got going on is the JeekLeague merch. So thanks to both Mina and Goose, I worked with both of them to get some custom art together to make some merch for the JeekLeague to commemorate the event and also to support the prize pool. If you grab anything you see here on the screen, this goes directly to the prize pool 100%. So we got a sticker sheet. Big shouts to Mina doing all this custom art. Do you see the Johnny? It's like he's doing the super, but it's TJ. Isn't that sick? Isn't that awesome? Yeah, so these are 20 bucks. They're over on the Match Arena. You get 6 stickers. You see, you also get like some of the JeekLeague logos down there, as well as the Soul Jacko, that Elfelt Ramethal, and then that Bridget. Look how tough that little Roger is, bro. So big shouts to Mina for this custom art, but that's the stickers. We also got a JeekLeague shirt, also some custom art. Big shouts to Goose, who I'm not gonna, I'll drop some lore. You know, Mina was like, hey, can you check out this design Goose put together? And I was like, damn, yeah, I gotta reach out. So big shout. No Faust merch. Barbie, check out the tee. Check out the other shirt we did. We got a Faust scalpel on it. But yeah, this is our well, the custom art that Goose put together for us for the shirt. So 25 bucks, sizes small to 3XL. Again, you can get this over on the Match Arena page, and 100% of all the proceeds go directly to the prize pool. So for Group A, this is where everyone stands. There's still 14 points tonight on the line to gain or lose. With that being said, keep a low profile in Geoluminati, only 3 points away. Season 1 heroes only 10 points away from the first player slot. In theory, Season 1 heroes could completely move up to that first player, first rank spot, and keep a low profile could drop down to the 4th. In theory, we'll have to see based on the matches tonight. I'm excited to see tonight for the stream match. It's gonna be between Noodizzers and Season 1 heroes. I'll do the introductions later, but yeah, I mean, this has ended up being one of our closer groups, maybe the closest. Yeah, keep a low profile, Geoluminati, only 3 points, bro. That's insane. Only 3 points. Now you still want to aim for the first rank slot. Just getting out of the pools, of course, is pretty good, but you also want to try to get that first seed when you get out, right? So that, you know, you want to aim for that top rank if you can. All right, this is your Group B standings, everybody. UMCA went completely undefeated, has never dropped a set in this entire league. Rush Hour very close behind them, only behind by 9 points, in a very commanding spot to make it out of the league. In fact, I think they mathematically are determined to make it out of the league here in this group. There's going to be some groups like that where some teams just at this point mathematically are going to make it out, and I gotta say, with how strong UMCA and Rush were playing, you know, it's no surprise. So we'll see. But tonight for our stream match, it's going to be between Sweet Tooth and Big Booty Man. We're going to see who's going to be coming out on top to get that 3rd rank. Standing C. Here we go. Another group where the top 2 teams are only 3 points away from each other. And again, you want to fight for that first rank slot so that you can get the highest seeding coming out of your groups. But still, Drain, not that far behind Skull and the Duggars, in theory, could completely come back tonight. And we're going to see they're going to be going up against YoKai. If they can go undefeated against YoKai and then only need to squeeze out 4 points against their other opponents while Skull and the Duggars are earning nothing, then they could potentially take that 2nd rank slot. But remember, those top 2 teams are still playing for points also. Every team is playing for 14 points tonight. So some things are going to have to go your way, but it's not like it can't happen. So we'll see what happens. Group D, insert pickle burger in a commanding spot to make it out of this league. Potentially the factory could take away, oh wait, no, they can't. Mathematically, the factory can't even take that first rank slot. So IPB confirmed first seed in this group, but the factory not confirmed to make it out. Between Zintai Gaming and Off Meta Gaming, who are very close, mind you, they're going to be going up on stream later. So potentially OEG, if they have an amazing night tonight, starting off with their stream match, well, ending with their stream match, it'll be starting at 10 p.m. EST, they could potentially actually steal that second rank slot. So there's a lot on the line here between OEG and OMG when they play later, and we're going to have to see what the factory does as well. All right, y'all. There has been one player who has played in every single team set and has never lost a single team set in the entire league. You see him right there at the very top, MacMens. 8 games played, 8 games played, 8 games won, 100% win rate. Right behind him, Gay Sex Legend on the same team. Still 100% win rate, just means that they didn't participate in one of the sets, which doesn't mean you did anything wrong. It just means that your team is moving you around the different spots and such, right? Like you get to pick where you get to play. That being said, some other 7 and 7s, Kotsu Bunger, Ooey Gooey, and then you got some 100% win rates here for playing 6 games. Still obviously very impressive. Here's some 8 and 7s down here, 8 and 7. So, tarnished by 1 loss, but jokes aside, like that's still very impressive, right? 8 and 7 here for a lot of these players. Peluna on Noodizzers, we're going to be seeing her tonight in her team as the very first stream match. Skull and the Duggars was carrying it for that Faust. Is still carrying it for that Faust. Akano, Blue Fern, nyoravim. So you guys see all these names right here, right? I can scroll through, just going to pan through. You can see your names. SpongeBob meme. Look, mom, that's me. Still some very impressive win rates here, obviously. Some people that have been playing in many games with a very impressive win rate still. But yeah, great stuff. And then some of the more interesting things, I can show you the characters down here as well. Okay, ignore that Asuka and Abba are on the top. They weren't played. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, let me do it like this again, actually. Let me ignore the win rate one. Yeah. Okay, and these are the stats for the characters, guys. You got Anji up on top. Are we surprised? Are we surprised? That character, man. No, I'm just playing. A lot of very strong Anji players. If I try to name them all, I'm going to miss one and feel bad. So just go back and watch the JeekLeague !YouTube to see all those matches that have been on stream. Also in the chat, y'all, you can do !league to see all the teams, all the players, and all the previous stream matches that we had in terms of the schedules. Oh, in fact, here it is. I'm leaking it right now. There you go. And what else? Potemkin very high up there. Brownie with a commanding win rate. I mean, I know it's less than 50, right? But after that many games, that's still very impressive. 34 sets. What other impressive ones we got down here? Giovanna, after that whole Giovanna team, shouts to them. May doing very well for herself. Big shout out to Totsu and Insert. Chipp doing very well. Faust doing so well. That's big shout outs to, I'll try to name some names. Plantain Poppy, Lurie, Lapriz, and Skullduggers, right? Sorry if I'm missing you. But yeah, the Faust players showing up and showing out as well. Also playing some secondaries too, though. They've been playing like Baiken, Ramethal. Who was Lurie playing? I think Lurie was playing Ramethal also. I think Skull played someone else also. But yep, there we go, guys. Here are the characters. Only 2 characters never got played. I think you saw earlier. Asuka and Abba. But everyone else had at least a stream game. Or rather, a match in the league. So big shout outs. Our first match of the night will be between Noodizzers and Season 1 Heroes. If y'all remember, just a couple weeks ago, we had these same teams on stream. It was actually during week 3, back on May 26th. They played it out against each other, and here we are going to be trying to run it back. Noodizzers only a couple points, I think, behind their opponents here. Gonna have to check those standings. Test your luck. Aaron the Mac, Lapriz, and Zintai over on that Season 1 Heroes are going to be on the away side tonight. They had to declare their lineup ahead of time. Peluna, Beasto, ShadowWarrie, and Ellie, the 2 Dizzy team, they're going to be on that home team side trying to make some counter picks. And it's kind of hard to do counter picks when you got 2 of the same character in your team, right? But they're going to do their best. Noodizzers represented by ShadowWarrie. How we feeling, homie?
We're feeling pretty good. You know, we've suffered some losses, but I think the Noodizzer spirit truly remains unbreakable.
I love to hear that. Keeping that spirit unbreakable. I mean, you're going to need that rolling into some of these matches tonight. Oh, yeah. Your group is still very close.
Yeah, no, these upcoming games definitely going to be quite hard, but, you know, I believe that Peluna can win.
Well, there we go. We'll see what we got.
As for everyone else, We're gonna do our best, and you know that's what we've been doing, and we're gonna stay doing, and that's all that matters.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. I'm looking at your previous matchup with Season 1 Heroes back in Week 3, where they did manage to get 4 points, but Peluna on that anchor set still walked away with 3. I mean, that's only a 1-point deficit that's still really respectable, and depending on how your other match goes tonight and how everyone else's match goes in those other ranked spots, this group could be flipped around. So
yeah, obviously, I'm never counting out any of our other players, myself included. You know, every day we grow stronger. The power of friendship thrives in all of us, and you know, maybe we can pull through. Never count yourself out.
There we go. I love that energy. I mean, that's what you got to have rolling into this if you're going to play your best. So hey, I'm rooting for y'all. We'll see what we got. I'm fans of all the teams, but loving to see what Noodizzers has so far. I'm looking at the lineup. It looks like they're going to send out Lapriz, then Zintai, then TestYourLuck in the first of 5. So you're probably throwing Peluna into that TestYourLuck first of 5. But those first 2 matches, you don't have to spoil it, but y'all have something in store for against Lapriz and Zintai?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We got a special strategy cooked up. Really hope you look forward to it.
What? Well, there we go. Well, I mean, we'll let the matches speak for themselves. Shadow, I appreciate you coming on, representing Noodizzers. Hope you've been having fun with the league. Good luck in your final matches tonight. Any last words before we send you off?
I've been having tons of fun. This is a great event. Thank you for hosting. You know, got to play some games with a bunch of my friends. This is my first Guilty Gear tournament I've ever been in, and you know, it's been a truly really fun time.
Hey, love to hear that. Thank you, Shadow, for the kind words, and I wish you luck. Have fun in your set.
Will do. Thank you very much.
Here we go, y'all. We got the unks out here fighting it out. Well, I said unks plural. I don't know if Shadow's unk. I don't know if Zintai's unk. I just know that we're a Season 1 hero on this Axel Low, one of the strongest I've seen to do it, fighting it out in this JeekLeague. ShadowWarrie, I think if I heard Shadow correctly, said this is their first Guilty Gear tournament. So that's so awesome. Coming out, playing with your friends in the JeekLeague. That's kind of what we wanted to do, you know. We wanted, my God, I'm trying to be wholesome and nice over here. Zintai beating ass with this Axel combo. Oh my God. Very confident round here. But yeah, playing with your friends, hanging out. You know, it's not all about the guts and the glory. About having a good time, just hanging out with your friends, you know, like having that, you know, I know we're playing online, but having that 3rd place with your friends. Fighting games can be very stressful. Takes a lot of energy and work to learn matchups, to grind out combos, to work on things that give you trouble. You know, work on your patience, work on your punishes, work on your matchup knowledge. Like, that's a lot of stressful stuff, right? We work 9 to 5, some of us, and then we got to come home and play a game this stressful. Well, what helps is when you're playing with your friends. You know what I mean? Good air throw there. The PRC kind of scaling that damage a bit here for Zintai. Trying to keep you back here with these JSs. That air confirm. You gotta FD out every special move at this point. Shadow's still fighting a chance to get in. Trying to stagger a bit with these Gatlings. The YRC to push you back. Good FD blocks here. Crazy stuff. A very low JK to the ground there from Zintai to finish off that game. But ShadowWarrie towards the end of that round actually clawing it back a bit. And reminder, y'all, this first set is first to 3. Actually, I'll tell you the whole format. Noodizzers versus Season 1 Heroes was home versus away. Noodizzers and Season 1 Heroes, respectively. The Season 1 Heroes had to declare who their picks were going to be ahead of time the night before. So they already told Noodizzers, hey, Zintai will be playing one of the first to 3 matches. So then Noodizzers decide, okay, well, I want to put Chipp, ShadowWarrie, up against this Zintai as our counter pick. Sometimes it's a character matchup thing. Sometimes it's a comfortability thing. Maybe Shadow feels good against the Axel. But we'll see. So Zintai, with some amazing defense here in the corner, is going to be able to get out and get this throw. But another PRC scaling here. Going to be able to get this DP. Not getting that safe jump that we possibly wanted. Alpha Blade to keep knocking down this Axel. The first DLC 2K before there was DLC. Zintai showing you with that knockdown a moment ago, trying to keep you back here with these 2Ps. Drill to find our way in. Zintai with some great defense here, just simply blocking on that overhead, but Shadow keeping it up with that RC. Gets a counter hit, but unfortunately dropping the combo there at the end. Wouldn't have been enough to kill, and we didn't have the meter to keep it going, so like we still needed to keep the pressure in the corner. It wasn't like that was the kill to drop the whole round or something. Definitely some great play from Shadow. Zintai, of course. Happy about that one. Blocking the overhead. Good defense from both these players, I gotta say. Oh, but the BRC slowdown, making it hard to punish that Axel bomber. Zintai blocking that burst at the end as well. Coming out of on top here in this game too. Yeah, do you see how we got the counter hit? ShadowWarrie trying to press out of that bomber. I would have tried too. But that was what was so strong about that setup, using the BRC before the bomber, so that even after it got blocked, we were able to keep our pressure up with that BRC slowdown. BRC bomber +4. There you go, Float. Float's a knower. No Axels do the blue BRC bomber against Float up. 2K in the throw. Shadow with some good dash blocks here, trying to take that space back and trying to use that Chipp air stall to get around this Axel here. But Zintai still getting these hits, still having the RC to confirm these combos, despite Shadow trying to close that gap against you. With that perfect, we're on set point, getting some good hits here. Shadow taking the space. Fuzzy jump here, does not want to deal with that command grab. Reacting to Chipp disappearing off that screen, but still able to block that Alpha Blade. So Zintai with some good down backing here. It's going to be the empty low after that overhead red RC from Shadow. BRC to slow things down, trying to also keep you tricked up with that blue RC. But did we press here? Trying to keep that pressure up. Zintai gets the reversal super out of the corner. Looking at FD here, Shadow trying to get down with a drill, but Zintai with a swag air throw. Look at that finish. It's going to be the Axel coming out on top, 3-0. Here we go, y'all. Your third set of this team set. We're playing them a little out of order, so bear with us out here. Appreciate you. We're going to be doing the first of 5 between Peluna and TestYourLuck. Now, this set is going to be worth 3 points. Season 1 heroes already being able to nail away 2 in their pocket for winning that first set. Unfortunate stuff here, trying to go for that setup, having the wings out. TestYourLuck challenging you here with this reversal. Going to be able to get this Oki forward here, trying to get a little bit of that blood back, spending it here on that pressure. Ice floor to keep you back. Now you got to be a little bit more careful with those specials. The Fukio forward here to try to get in her face. Yuki spent so that you got that debt to pay later. No longer having to pay it after winning that round. It's one of the strong things here about taking that gamble, taking that chance. Oh my god, scooping you down with that Shizu and getting a punish here. Peluna trying to press out of this Nago pressure, but TestYourLuck staggering those normals and delaying those close slashes to keep that pressure up. I like that delay PRC bite. Luna trying to take her turn back. Shizu 2 to sit you back down. Test still in a very good spot blood-wise. Sitting you down again with that Shizu. At this point, just wants to jail you around with this 2S and this 5H. Going to be able to Fukio forward a bit. And the end of the match goes to the Shizu 2. Peluna trying to keep you back with that deflect shield. TestYourLuck still closing the gap and getting this perfect. All right, y'all, just to update you live, big shout outs to Green for working with the teams, and for Noodizzers for being great sports and allowing this, and Season 1 Heroes for, you know, figuring it out. They're going to be able to swap around their players a bit, so we will still be having that first of 3 set later. Going to be between Aaron, DeMac, and whoever wants to fight him on that Leo. But right now, we got the Dizzy Nago. Peluna getting this back throw after TestYourLuck had a very good start to the round. That fish going behind you, but off the screen is still going to keep the pressure up. Counter hit on the 2D gives TestYourLuck a chance to get that Beyblade forward. Peluna getting a back throw punish, however. The same side fish getting blocked out by this Nago, but still reset as the wings come out, and no more burst to push this Dizzy back. Oh, but finds the gap with 2S into the reversal so the wings don't come out. TestYourLuck will be able to get that reversal out. And now all of a sudden it's either player's game. Still high blood here on the side of Test, and Peluna does have these resources to use. It's going to be the fast RC spike. TestYourLuck falling onto it right there. So violent. Peluna's going to be able to finish off that round. Had you clenching for a second. Trying to bait out this burst. TestYourLuck with some very strong aerial Nagoriyuki routes. A character not really known for too many of those, but TestYourLuck always finds a chance to bring them out. Peluna was able to burst through that one, but also had a chance to bring out that ice floor. But TestYourLuck holding up using that JS. Dude, there is not a more airborne Nagoriyuki that I know of than TestYourLuck. That Shizu 2, a little bit longer range than the Shizu 1s, even though that first one doesn't connect. Makes you think you're safe, but then the second one still slams on your head. Nice stuff. Wings coming out here. I couldn't even tell if that was cross up or same side. You're gonna, I mean, the VOD watchers will have the privilege of rolling it back. Not gonna be enough to kill here. Damage adding up, but the meaty spike didn't get to finish the round with it. Gonna air stall a bit with that JD, spacing out that Yuki, but still gets the buff. 5H on your landing. The blood pop after TestYourLuck was trying to close that distance, trying to do what Nagoriyuki has to over that slippery floor. Peluna finishing this game too. Even with her lead, she doesn't do anything too crazy here, right? And in fact, she's being very patient. She sees that TestYourLuck is at that high blood and is stuck full screen. Of course, those 5Hs and 2Ss and 2Hs are very powerful buttons at high blood. But if you're still threatened by this full screen dizzy with a 30 frame or whatever it is ice spike, then, you know, blocking out that spike, but trying to get forward with that Beyblade. Yes, you do cross the distance, but at what cost? As Peluna gets this back throw and this wing set up. It's the same side fish. Unfortunately, wasn't able to keep the combo going like we probably expected. So then TestYourLuck with that gap after FD was able to fight back. Peluna spending the burst. Oh my god, actually outspaced of her own Michael Sword. Didn't get close enough to get that 2D that we wanted after that ice spike. Maybe the floor made things a little weird. 100 meter here on the side of this Peluna, but not going to be able to spend it with that counter hit red RC. TestYourLuck in the face of that full stick of butter was able to still come out on top. And after enough Shizu 1s and the Shizu 2s, you can condition your opponent a bit and now go for some other pressure. You can go for the delay far slash, you can go for the 2S. TestYourLuck going to get a little tricky here with those Shizu 1s going forward in the set potentially. Gonna get some blood back. Flipping your backdash with that 2D. Very strong option there from Peluna. Tried to get the throw, but TestYourLuck with that back throw getting away from the wings. Keeping the pressure up despite the flex shield. That FSS string still keeps you on top of this queen here. Nice stuff. The 6H guillotine slash from TestYourLuck puts us up 2-1. All right, rolling into this game 4. If you're a TestYourLuck fan, you can't just root for one more win. You got to root for 3 more wins. Reminder, we're going to first of 5. So never count anyone out, especially these two players. Some of the strongest I've ever seen here in Guilty Gear Strive. Been streaming this game online for, damn, like 2.5 years now or something insane like that. TestYourLuck been with us since the beginning, I think, homie. When was your first JeekLeague test? May have been single digits. Oh my god, good 2H right there. TestYourLuck ready with the burst to put Peluna down here in the corner. Sliding forward on that ice floor. Able to get the punish here on that Beyblade. That's a strong thing about that ice floor, and something I love that Peluna is doing, is using that sliding momentum to get the throws on the Beyblades. But TestYourLuck with one back throw incident, Shizu 2 on your head. closes out that round regardless. Michael Sword frame trap, the ice spike down here. Test your luck, not having the burst ready for the 2H this time around. Peluna gonna reset her wings after that crazy damage combo. Having 50 RC here, getting around the blood pop. And even after pressing that far slash, fortunately didn't extend her hurt box into the pop, so was able to still punish it and win that round. Getting the JK on the other side. Good timing there on that jump normal. Unfortunate for Test Your Luck, didn't have any chance to use that Yuki Moyoi. The deflect shield, however, does give us a chance to fight out of this corner. Now we do get that 5H fast RC. Slamming these SNH normals. The Beyblade this time getting the counter hit. Peluna getting her burst just in time. Oh. Possibly checking or catching a button press here maybe, or we'll see if there was a Punisher or counter hit. I don't know if there was, but was able to clip you with the start of that Shizu 1. One of the rare Beyblades in this set so far that actually have worked. Yeah, it looks like Peluna tried to hold up there maybe at the very end. Test Your Luck catching you with Shizu 1, sitting you back down. And even though we're at 3 games won, the set isn't over. Reminder, it is first to 5. Bursting you back. Oh, I like that air stall from Test Your Luck, using that JD to try to delay when we come down to that ground. That being said, Peluna, very patient here. Didn't catch her too off guard. In fact, she's going to be rewarded with a wall break here. Still has the wings applied, but the trade hit means they go away. Still on top of this Nagoriyuki. High blood here, spending the clone. But when you spend the clone there at that 3 blood, that's all you got. You can't hold FD any longer to try to delay that blood pop. Peluna very patiently watching that meter and ready with the Michael Sword to close out the round. You know, that's a strong part about this matchup, right? Is that if you try to get in too many times, you spend too much blood. If Peluna has that burst, can sort of checkmate you by putting you full screen with the ice floor, with the high blood. And then you got to get really tricky to get in. That being said, Test Your Luck's been doing that, right? With some jump JSs. With some air stall JDs. Peluna, however, right now just got you in this dizzy Tsukiyomi, bro. The YRC does push you back. Nice bite right there from a nice distance. Going to be able to get that blood back, get some of that HP as well. And all of a sudden flipping the script. Going to blood pop intentionally for the combo. But Peluna with an amazing burst spend there at the end. Very heads up play, outside of the box thinking. Of course, like, hey, just keep your opponent off, you spend the burst, right? But it's a little bit more than that, as she saw that Test Your Luck committed to this blood pop combo, was able to burst immediately after the pop. Test Your Luck, of course, if you hit that 5H, I think kills with how that blood pop damage works. But Peluna, knowing that frame data, has been ready for that situation before, threw out the ice spike and closed out the round. Like I said, don't count either player out. Even game here. Great play here. Both players even, but Peluna's the one getting the wall break first. At the cost of her burst, as Test Your Luck still has that full burst meter, but getting caught here on that backdash with PRC. Not a lot of damage, but does get you the knockdown. And that's a high blood Nago. Peluna opting for the zoning here, catching Test Your Luck off guard with that ice spike and another. The blood is going down, so our options are opening up. Tried to start the clone there, and we got the startup, so the blood spend came out. But the move itself didn't, so Test Your Luck not in a great spot. Try to go for a clone Yuki. That was our only option to avoid popping blood, but Peluna with that full screen zoning is able to close out the round. Nice 2S to start. Ooh, my gosh. Yeah, these anti-air 2Hs, bro. Especially when Test doesn't have that burst to fight back with. That being said, some good K presses to keep Dizzy off you. Didn't get that full wall break that we wanted. The PRC from Test still being a lot of damage despite the scaling. Catching your backdash. Peluna wants to win this round. Spends the burst to confirm it. Spending the clone here to try to close any amount of distance possible. The 100-meter comes out for Peluna. And now we're evened up. Just a moment ago, Test Your Luck with the 2-game lead, and now Peluna bringing it all the way back. Still need to see, potentially could have, how many more? 3 more games? Duel 1, let's rock. More like Duel 7. Blocking out that Beyblade, does get this throw. Test Your Luck still trying to mix it up a bit with after the Beyblades, just trying to get tricky with the Fukios, but Peluna with the ice floor is still able to stay on top of you and get the throws that she wants. Test Your Luck very patient with this burst, but the knockdown after knockdown eventually gets rewarded with the wall break here. Peluna's wings are cranking away. Getting a throw here even on the 6H. Such an unfortunate piece of this matchup. Another 100-meter super. Delaying the set as much as we can. Even if Test Your Luck has the blood to vary what special moves we use to get in, as long as Peluna's ready for them with this ice floor, she can consistently cash out with these far throws. Good dash 5K on the round start, by the way. Oh man, okay, going for like a little bit of a reset there at the end. Test Your Luck with some very strong aerial routes on that Nago. Taking a loan out here with this blood. Getting a decent amount of back here with some of those H and S normals, but Peluna mixing things up with that BRC drift down, gets her throw in, and Test Your Luck spends the burst, trying to stay alive in this round, but the counter hit from Peluna into this Michael sword going to be enough to close out the round with an overdrive. Peluna all of a sudden with her first time on the lead here in this set. Going on Mashers FGC in the chat. We got you coming up in just a moment. Spoilers. Got y'all coming up in just a moment. But first, we're finishing off these sets here between Noodizzers and Season 1 heroes. Luna spacing out this Nago here. Test Your Luck with a good 5P mash. High blood here, but gets rewarded with Peluna's burst. So it's, you know, as violent as this matchup can look when Nago is running his play, it really is more of a resource game. And that being said, Peluna paying attention to that blood resource, knew the pop was coming, delayed the wall break as much as she possibly could, let that HP drain down, and now she's on set point. That vampire dried up, and Peluna put you in the freezer. Test Your Luck. Not taking that lion down, though. Not in the coffin, at least. Gonna get this 6K string to send you through. Has 50 tension and a good amount of blood still. BRC to keep that pressure up. I like the 6K just to keep our forward movement. Catching your landing. Test Your Luck gets a counter hit with that close slash and then slams you down after that Fukio. Able to dance back and forth. Still set point for Peluna, but Test Your Luck coming alive here in that last round. Sat down with the Shizu too. Good counter hit confirm. IBFDs here from Peluna. That's that high level Nago defense, man. It's a hard skill to unlock, but if you can start IBFDing back that Nago, you have such an easier time in this matchup. Or at least you'll have more options, I'll say. 2H counter hit. Test Your Luck with no burst. Peluna with the wings popping, goes for the overdrive, and with a flashy finish, she wins this set 5-3. Our next set out here, guys, it's going to be Ellie versus Lapriz. We'll see what we got here between this Faust and this Dizzy. Team Noodizzers, of course, having 2 Dizzies on their team. Lapriz is going to be showing up here on the Faust. Having a couple other characters in his back pocket as well. I've seen that Baiken could potentially pull that one out. But right now we're committing to this Faust. That ice floor can be hard to deal with, but having some great answers with both the items here, going to be able to deal with some full screen zone, dizzy play with hitting back some of those hammers, getting those bomb setups like we just saw. Ellie having some very active moves, right? So bomb can potentially catch you off guard there. Of course, once you get close enough, you can clip with that 2H. Also, you got the Scarecrow PRC. So Faust, maybe not the most, maybe not a character you think of when you're thinking of top tiers, but he's definitely got a couple of answers in this matchup to try to get through that full screen zoning. Definitely looking good there. Ellie trying to get some started there with that 2S, keeping you back here with this Michael sword. Not going for the full ice floor, but then gets it here on that reset, gets our wings. Lapriz been very confident about pressing that 2P out, but that being said, Ellie was able to find the frame trap and get a punish here. The wings are out. Lapriz keeping you back with that FD. Only one more hit. Even chip damage will do it, but the threat of that is not keeping Lapriz down. Look at this pressure catching you with those stagger 2Ks. Getting in with this mixing you up with that red RC. Ellie spends the burst. Lapriz closing that distance still, jailing you down with that JH. She's trying to hold up back to get away from any throw attempts. Trying to mix you again with that fast RC. Good block on the overhead option, but the 5H counter hit into thrust. Still either player's game as the 2H OTG does not connect. Ellie gets the hit, but the banana keeps you alive. Oh my god. I was like, why did Lapriz not die? Look, he eats the banana bunch and gets his HP back and survives the mash from Ellie. Oh my god, every item count. It was an item eat. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, wow. Oh man. Unfortunate stuff there for Ellie, man. She did what she had to do to try to get that last bit of a mash, but Lapriz just moving the boulder right there, clawing it back, getting that HP back when it mattered. Okay, not the items you want to see potentially get with the double afro. Hey, you know what? Was able to use the afro to beat the ice spike, so hey, maybe that's worth it. Oh, I like the sliding item eat. As that trumpet. That can be kind of a hard one to patooey. So we'll see if Lapriz gets the chance to do so, or maybe if he opts to eat a different item here. Oh, okay. Your own banana peel. The bananas taketh and the bananas giveth. Or, you know what I meant to say. Oh my god, dude. Faust 5H. There's probably a reason why that move isn't as good as I think it is, but that move feels freaking busted, doesn't it? So vertical. You can use it as almost like a pseudo anti-air, just like you saw a second ago. That being said, Ellie in a great spot here with the wings proccing. Not going to be enough to kill. Lapriz going to have to block every bit of chip damage. Managed to come back in that last set, but couldn't do it twice. As Ellie is able to get this game. Full charge thrust, getting the meaty OTG after. I mean, the meaty 2H after. Ellie with a good counter hit sword. The wings come out. Ellie's been having a lot of great opportunities for the wings to not only come out, but get the full effect. Gonna have to get them refreshed here. Lapriz just trying to get any hit to put these wings away. And there it is. It's gonna be the red RC JK. Does find a chance to throw an item on this ice floor. Dude, Faust running on the ice floor is so funny. He actually looks like Scooby-Doo, bro. No shot. Ellie just up backing through all of the meteors while there's a pretty afro on her head. The PRC doesn't get the full combo though, and that gives Lapriz a chance to fight off this dizzy. Gonna catch you there with that scarecrow. Ellie blocking out the threat of that bomb, but at that point it was so far away. Lapriz was able to go for the throw, and it's going to be him finishing off this round with a JH. Very close stuff. Unfortunate drop there earlier in the round when Ellie couldn't get that overdrive. Lapriz doing a great job of capitalizing. This is probably my favorite Dizzy color. No one asked. probably my favorite one, though. This one and the blue one are really good. No! Okay. Whew. I hate when it lags, bro. Okay, looks like we're still playing. Hopefully that's a spectator issue. Hopefully just on my end. I'm praying. Command grab here for Lapriz. Got this dizzy down in the corner. Lighten that afro. Using those frames. But a good back throw there from Ellie. Challenging that meaty after the afro pop from Lapriz. The YRC gives us a chance to fight out. Trying to up forward through that ice floor. Ellie able to pick up all the items there with that drift forward. The J2K from Faust very good at clearing that ice floor distance. Calling out that deflect shield with the command grab. Lapriz needing one more hit to close it out. Potentially chip damage or just the threat of it gives us the 2D as Lapriz goes up 2-0. Faust is everywhere, man. You think so? You think so? There's definitely a couple in the league. Out of 96 players, we got like 4 Fausts or something. Is that on average? Is that below, above? I'm not sure. Lapriz one of them out here representing that Season 1 Heroes. And of course up 2-0 here. Sorry I didn't get that score. Bursting you back. Ellie gonna get this ice floor as well. Lapriz saying, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that. I'm gonna spend this burst. That being said, Ellie gonna make you deal with it. Bouncing you off these floors, getting that ice spike applied. Another floor to play with here. Lapriz just trying to jump away from it. But even with double jump, it messes with your momentum so bad that it messes with your arc even with the double jump. Good challenge there on the mix with Michael's sword from Ellie. Jumping over those 100-ton weights. Gets a chance to jail you down with these trumpets. Frame trapping you with that mix. In fact, got a counter hit. So Ellie was trying to press out. Didn't get the chance to. Jumping over this trumpet. But not having a great opportunity to get out of the corner. So Lapriz actually getting a couple of great items back to back. The fast RC to go into this wall break super setup. It's Faust, so sometimes I don't know if it'll kill or not. Okay, but it does kill here. What is that animation? Oh, you know what? Her afro hid the ghost. Don't the ghosts react to the wheelchair? It just looked like she was looking back and forth with the afro. I'm like, what are we looking at? Oh, great counter hits with these JHs. I gotta say, when the ice floor isn't there, Lapriz has been doing a good job of keeping Ellie down in the corner with JH, with far slash, and right now it's going to be popping that afro. Oh my gosh, confident item toss, getting the afro reapplied, say, oh, you missed your haircut, homie, you can have it back. Staggering with these 5Ks. Ellie trying to get out of this corner. The deflect shield to push you back, but Lapriz dodging the explosion, uses the 5P and closes out that set 3-0. Ready? Cubers,
yep.
Welcome in. How are we feeling, homie?
Hello everybody. I am doing great right now. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you helping out with JeekLeague. So I mean, obviously y'all contribute to the prize pool a little bit as well to try to get featured in, and wanted to pay that back to y'all, give you a chance to come on and talk on screen and stuff. Of course, Mash also playing in the JeekLeague, playing hot. It's had some awesome stream sets. How you been feeling about watching their games?
Oh, absolutely incredible. I have loved watching all of our players. I am so proud of all the big W's they've been getting on stream. Like, I've been so happy to watch my players just going out there having fun. Dr. Doom, Head Receiver, Ukio, Eris, those are my goats. I am so glad to see you all come out each and every day, get out of bed, get in this game.
Well, there we go. Yeah, they've definitely been fun to have on the mic and stuff. It's been fun watching them. Especially love them watching the Dr. Doom sets. But yeah, let's talk about MASH as a whole as well. I got some graphics I can put up on the screen here. Let me actually share my stream with you so you can see what I see. Let me get like my virtual cam on and stuff. So
okay, sweet.
Let's see, devices, OBS virtual cam. Let me know when you see that.
All right, I got you pulled up.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, so I mean, MASH as a whole, you know, you're more than just the team that's in the league right now. Y'all got some other stuff going on. Figured I'd just give you an opportunity to talk a little bit about MASH and what y'all do.
Yeah, so basically, as an org, we were started a couple years ago by someone named Lil Card Scammer, and this was pretty much just like a little place to like give his friends in the FGC a home. You know, it was almost kind of a joke, like, oh, you know, let's go make our own org. But there were big players who actually started taking notice of MASH, and you started seeing like these good players make top 8s with the MASH tag, and it grew into this crazy community. And the thing is, we started off with all these unconventional ideas. We just kind of like starting out, we were just throwing stuff like out onto the field out of nowhere. I literally became a part of the org because I beat Alex at Minds, Alex Lil Card Scammer. And we just kind of like seek to keep breaking the mold. Like to this day, we are just, you know, standing these ideas of like just trying to have fun, just trying to like put events out there, make sure people have a place where they are included, make sure they have a voice, and, you know, make sure people think differently, you know?
Okay, awesome. Yeah, no, glad to hear. I mean, I when you mention Little Card Scammer, I always think about, I feel like every time, who's the player? Oh, now I'm going to forget who it is. There's a Potemkin player, and every time they top 8, they always want the flag that says coached by Little Card Scammer. I'm trying to remember who it is now.
I'm trying to think who. Yeah.
I'll have to put it up in the VOD if I remember later, but shouts to Little Card Scammer. But yeah, no, I mean, MASH, definitely, I've been seeing y'all's names roll around on different players and stuff, and coming out and showing up in the bracket, supporting the community and everything. But I also got to talk about the mascot. I mean, you got this little cute thing I want to hear about. So it's is it Masha? Is that how I say it?
So it's pronounced Masha, but some people say Masha, and sometimes I slip up and I say Masha. Isn't too specific, but you know, I pronounce it Masha. So I had actually designed her back in 2024, back in September. The main like inspiration for like her color scheme was actually a jersey designed by Calico, who if you have seen like graphics in the FGC, if you've been part of this community for long enough, you've definitely seen designs by Calico. Calico has put their name on so many different things. I believe they're actually working for Team Factor right now, doing graphics for them. But they were doing graphics for MASH some time ago. And yeah, like the original color scheme, the red, black, and the checkerboard pattern, those all came from Calico's design. So the main things that kind of inspired her, like design-wise, were also like Vocaloid and other media. A lot of stuff I have loved for a very long time. I was a Hatsune Miku fan back in 2010. I literally have a 01 tattoo. So that was a big part of like her design. But really, I wanted, like, when I created her, and what I kind of want from her now is to be kind of a face for the org, right? For someone to like associate with our org and just kind of be able to look at and, you know, kind of think of us when they see her. And I want to encourage expression. I love when I see people try to draw her. I love when I see people, you know, post her around. I
mean, she's so cute. I love that it's like, you know, not in a derogatory way, but I like that you have like a pinup girl. You know what I mean? Like it's like I mean, you know, mascot is more respectful. I apologize, but I love that you're one of the only people that kind of have that going on, from what I've noticed at least.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that definitely makes us unique. Definitely one of the things I'm very proud about. And yeah, just makes me feel like a lot of pride in the community, and just gives me a reason to just kind of express myself, you know. And I hope it like instills like this very strong sense of community, you know, seeing Masha up on the screen.
Well, I don't mind seeing her. She's cool. She, you know, she's fun to see. I like her little button hat. Masha's definitely dope. Appreciate, you know, y'all adding her into the space. But y'all do more than just the mascot, right? So you have this community, you have people together, and you're making moves with that, right? So from what I understand, you guys are actually involved in the Pride FGC event in some way. You'll have an auction bracket this Friday, if I'm not mistaken. So what is that? June 12th. Did you want to talk about that?
Yes. So that bracket going on June 12th, 7 p.m. So it is an auction bracket, which is basically what you're doing is you're putting forth bids to try and secure the right to play your main, right? You're securing the right to play a character, and you're bidding with an opponent to buy that character. Now, this was an idea that was hatched up by one of our members, Chummy, 9th at Combo Breaker BTW. You've probably heard of him. But Chummy is running this bracket for the second year in a row. It is tons of fun to watch. And we're gonna have like all sorts of people coming on, bidding for their character. And the nice thing is all of the money goes to the Trevor Project, same as all of the money going around in Pride FGC. Obviously, about Pride FGC. Almost everyone hearing this is going to know about Pride FGC. Obviously, Twitch chat knows about Pride FGC because the link is right there. But it is something I'm really excited about. And again, great idea by Chummy, and I'm super excited to be running it second year in a row. Hope to see a lot of money get forward and get donated to a good cause, and just want to see some fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Big shout outs to OEG for helping put that together. That's start.gg/pridefgc. Tyga, if we can remember, let's put it up on the screen or something, the link. But I think it's only $5 as a contribution to the Trevor Project, gets you entered to all of the games that they have there, not just Guilty Gear Strive. They got some other brackets as well, so definitely want to check that out. It's an awesome collab between both them and MASH for a good cause. So yeah, I mean, sounds like y'all doing some cool stuff. You're definitely active in the community. Got a lot of hands touching on a bunch of different parts out here. Shouts to Chummy for helping out running that bracket. Shouts to you, Cubert, for coming together and organizing all this. But if people want to get involved, they want to be a part of MASH, where can they do that?
So what you want to do is if you see our if you see our @ for Twitter, MastersFGC, x.com/MastersFGC. That is where I post the main updates, but the main thing on there is you will see a link to our Discord. Now, the thing is, the Discord is pretty much the main place to go for everything. That is where I post all of the updates. That's where we post all our announcements, all our top 8s. That's where so much of the communication happens. If you want to talk to me directly, that is the place to go. If anyone in the MASH FGC server is free to DM me anytime they want to give feedback. If they want to be like, hey, Cubert, the org sucks, and I'll be like, okay, let's talk about that.
You'll be like, oh, okay, pretty forward of you, but I hear you.
Yeah, no, literally, just hit me up anytime and just tell me whatever you want. Because I'm always open to just people coming into my inbox and just giving me suggestions, asking me about anything, maybe just telling me about their day. I'm always down for it.
Hey, we'll love to hear that, Cubert. I mean, MASH sounds like a cool place. I've definitely been having fun seeing them come up in the FGC, and I've been definitely seeing the positive effects of them, and getting other players involved, getting players to be competitive, to be respectful to each other, and having a good time. And it bleeds out into other things like this, and it benefits us all. Rising tides raise all ships. MASH doing a great thing, being out there, being active, adding teams to the JeekLeague. So I appreciate what you do for the community, for the FGC, and for Guilty Gear Strive. And I appreciate you coming on, Cubert. We're going to keep moving on with our matches tonight. Good luck to MASH in those last 2 sets. We'll see where they end up in their group. But Cubert, any last words? Appreciate you coming on.
Just want to say again, thank you so much for having me on, and I look forward to just running a whole bunch of events. The Moshi Plushie will happen. And yeah, thank you so much again for having me on.
Well, appreciate you, Cubert. Good luck to MASH. Good luck to your future events, and we'll see you around. Appreciate you.
Later.
Two Bridges Events is a Wisconsin-based marketing firm that uses live events to get their clients the attention they need to grow. Earlier this year, Two Bridges Events coordinated a regional scale fighting game event called Spring's Edge to help their client raise awareness of their services. The event had food and drink, dedicated setups, an artist alley, and production value in spades. They were able to give the players and spectators a great time, connected sponsors with future customers, and made Edge VR Arcade the center of attention. Whether it's making your booth stand out at the expo, revamping an existing event series, or building awareness from the ground up, Two Bridges Events focuses on turning attention into engagement. They truly believe that no business is too small nor industry too niche to benefit from the word-of-mouth impact that live events create. Consultations for first-time clients are always free. Get yours now at twobridgesevents.com. It's going to be between Big Booty Men and Sweet Tooth. Big Booty Man on the home side of things, represented by Six Macy, Big Booty Man himself, TechAMEK recent addition, but love to have them in the league, and jsaav. Going to see what they got. Up 23 points here in this league with an even record. Going to be going up against Sweet Tooth on the away side. Sweet Tooth represented by 4 hops, megarura, Risk Candy, and Aoi Kiefer. Aoi Kiefer, she's going to be on the bench tonight, but it's going to be 4 hops, Risk Candy, and megarura playing those first to 3 and then first to 5 sets respectively, getting a couple more points here, but with the same record, so still either player's chance to try to claim that 3rd place spot here in Group B. Yo, what's going on, Sweet Tooth? How we feeling?
Feeling good.
Pretty good. Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so megarura and Risk Candy. Risk Candy, when we interviewed Sweet Tooth first, that was the first week, so that was more than a month ago at this point. So you've since been added to the league since then.
Yep.
So first, I love your profile picture also. Is that a little like skateboard? I love that.
Yeah, it's like a little, it's fucking awesome. It's so cool.
Okay.
I love this little fella.
I gotta tell people I like their profile pictures. So megarura, Risk Candy, representing Sweet Tooth. How y'all been feeling about the league?
Pretty good. Pretty good. The league has been amazing. I can't lie. Very fun matches to watch all around, honestly. So it's nice to participate in this again, to be honest. Hopefully there's more in the future. I'd love to be part of this again as well. But next time we're winning next time we're winning, bro.
Next time we're bringing a whole team.
Next time,
Next time we're bringing 5 people.
Next we're bringing 5 people. Yeah, I took over Mark because Mark wasn't feeling very well. And then Tyler Fourhops messaged this morning after we sent our picks, said he was good yesterday. Said, yo, I might be painting the fence.
Oh, no.
I can't play. And I said, okay. And so now we're here, us two, and it's too late to change. So we're gonna put on a show best we can.
Oh no, we'll see. I trust Green to try to figure something out for us, but we'll do what we can out here. But yeah, I mean, appreciate y'all trying to make it work. You know, it's hard to get everyone to come together on one day and play Guilty Gear Strive. So anybody who's been able to make that happen at least one of the weeks has been moving the boulder. You know what I mean? Getting everybody in the same
100%.
Discord call to come out and play some matches, and y'all been doing that for this whole league so far. Really appreciate y'all. So we're gonna be going up against Big Booty Men. So outside of that wrench in the plans, you know, I'm looking at your lineup. So we had Risk playing the first to 3. We had megarura on that first to 5. How do y'all feel about the lineup?
I'm pretty confident about it. I think.
Yeah, same.
We fought them not too long ago. I don't think it was a total wash. I think we got a few good games off. And you never know. Sometimes they're the goats, sometimes we're the goats. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, well, that's the cool thing about it, right? Because you get to play them on the home side, you get to play them on the away side. Last time you had that privilege of being able to counter pick them a bit. So this time, you know, you had to put your lineup first, but at least you have that knowledge of how things went last time. How do y'all feel about the away versus the home side of things? Like, has been being on the away side been, you know, a pretty big what am I trying to say, you know, some ankle weight, so to speak? Like, has it been hard sometimes having to put up your lineup and get counterpicked?
I would say yes and no.
Yeah.
I think when it's the away side, right, when you're like away versus home, of course you're gonna have a disadvantage because they know the lineup, right, if you're away. But either way, you're still gonna have to learn the matchups anyway. And if you don't know the matchups, you're just fucked anyway. So it's like, it's just how it is, bro. It's just how it is. So I feel like Personally, I don't really feel affected by away or home, but I just know it's just like, yo, if I was coming in with this, it's like, oh fuck, I don't know this matchup, man, and my teammates don't know the matchup either. It's over, bro. Like, you know.
And sometimes you do know the matchup, and it's just like you just don't got rid of like a character that's really
That's
covers
true.
it from anyone. And that's how it goes. You just gotta do your best.
Exactly.
I think the hardest part about being away is getting 4 unemployed people to get a time and see if they can play.
Bro, that should be the easiest time. You would think, but we all like all fucking chuds, bro.
No, yeah, it's you know, it's not just y'all or one player. It's definitely been quite a bit, but we try to do our best with free schedules and stuff, and everyone's been pretty good sports about that. So we'll see what we can do with the mods, but we'll play out the matches that we do have tonight. If it's 4 hops, right? If they let us know and we can play, then awesome. If not, then we'll work with the mods, work with your opponents, see what we can do. But outside of that, Sweet Tooth, you're one of my favorite teams to have on. Love having y'all play in the league and making it work when you can. Good luck in this match here against BBM. Any last words?
We appreciate you too.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Let's go, Sweet Tooth. Let's go, JeekLeague. Good shit running this shit. Yeah.
It's awesome every time.
Shouts to the
Say,
mods.
yeah.
It ain't me, it's the mods. But I appreciate y'all. Well, I'll send the flowers over, and good luck to y'all, Sweet Tooth, in this match.
Buy the
Thank you,
shirt.
thank you.
There
That shirt's
you
so
go,
cool,
there
by the
you go.
way.
Buy the
That
shirt.
shit was so.
Appreciate
That's
you,
just so
appreciate you.
shitty. That is so pretty. Peace out.
First match of this team set between BBM and Sweet Tooth. Gonna be TechAMEK versus Risk Candy. Risk Candy, we've seen play that Johnny before. This time we're gonna bring out that Dizzy. Definitely a popular character nowadays. Of course, you got some of the goats out here pulling up on this Dizzy, and you got some of these others trying to pick her up as well. She's definitely a fun character to play. One that must be really fun to be labbing out and stuff. But you're going up against one of the best bedmen in the business, TechAMEK, finishing off this first round with a perfect here after getting that install. TechAMEK, no joke out here on this bedman. Definitely puts the character on the map. If you're trying to get some games in, trying to learn this matchup because you're seeing a bedman in your pool, in your seeding route and an offline, first off, it may be TechAMEK. Second off, he's who you got to start reaching out for those games, homie. Has the scrolls, puts the clips up, and then when he streams, fun to watch. See what we got here from Sweet Tooth and Risk Candy. Keeping you down with that jump JK. Good stuff. Trying to get this ice spike as well after sitting you down. Risk Candy with some great pressure here in the corner, but there's a gap. Press that 5K. I committed to the normal. TechAMEK was able to get that reversal through, but a reversal back from Risk Candy will close out this round. Sitting you down with these special moves. Kobe ball from the corner. Go over this 236S after. Nice stuff with these special moves. BRC to mix things up. I love that 5K confirmed from Risk, but the counter hit special move. TechAMEK with a nasty route here closes out the round. Was actually going to side swap, like pull you out of the corner. But didn't matter where you were going down here. TechAMEK was finishing off that first game. Risk Candy showing up on this Dizzy here in that round 2. But then TechAMEK keeping you down here with that bed. Definitely making it hard for you to find a chance to try to press out. Now, Dizzy does have some of those good K normals with a decent distance to try to get back out, right? With the 5K and the 2K and such. Risk Candy saying, hold on, locking in. Pulling out that Johnny. Seeing what we got here. This is who I know Risk for. Pulling out that Jonathan. And, you know, I'm talking about finding good times to press. Sometimes it's not just about finding the time to press, but having the knowledge of, like, how big your character's buttons are. Having the comfortability to where, like, hey, if I press 2P here, it's going to hit. Amazing 6P, by the way, from TechAMEK to get out of that corner. This Johnny trying to keep that pressure up. Good 5K match there. Exactly what I was saying, right? Like, Dizzy and Johnny having some good 5Ks. Risk being very comfortable with it right there and comfortable with this reversal. Oh, keeping you down with that JK. TechAMEK was doing some rising jump normals as well. Was able to punish you with that Mistfinder.
getting blocked out. Going for that overhead finder. It connects in a very close round for both these players, but Riss with that last bit of mix was able to get this super to send you through. Ooh, that low finder from downtown catching your toes here. Does the bed have toes? Guard crush cards as well. You got to have some kind of feet right there. I guess you got the foot of the bed. Wrist candy catching with those low finers. Nice stuff here. Being able to turn this into a full combo. Hard knockdown to back you up. No meter or 50 tension for this Johnny for a while now. Of course, you only need one good counter hit to close out this round. Wrist candy fishing for it with that burst. Tech trying to press out with that far slash. Does get a chance to use this delay PRC to mix you up. Didn't get that full conversion into the 2S like we wanted, but is going to be able to get this. Oh, did you see Tech actually used the error recall to delay the outcome of that special move to keep it in our back pocket for a future moment, for a rainy day. Nice block on the JD. That was some crazy mix there from Tech, but Wrist not letting the hat get scuffed out here. That being said, Tech was still able to find that chance to fight out. Oh my god. That K normal getting dodged here. Wrist candy being able to BRC drift forward. Sat down with the Kobe ball. The first JD gets blocked, but the second one connects as TechAMEK evens up the rounds. Oh, blocking out the burst. Wrist candy sniffing out that reversal option. Able to still get this wall break here. BRC drift forward from TechAMEK. Going to be able to convert off of that Kobe ball. Wrist candy having 100 meter here. Gets knocked on the hat by that JD, but finds a chance for a reversal. TechAMEK actually baiting it out though. I'm going to hopefully have to catch this back in the replay. It looked like TechAMEK was going for error recall there and maybe was just able to recover in time. Let's see what we got. Had the Kobe ball, error recall, error recall. Is that what that was? That was a crazy setup from TechAMEK there to bait out that reversal. Wrist candy being active there on that defense, trying to get out of that Bedman pressure. Just didn't have that chance. Johnny so evil, dude. Pablo, do you see what this bed is doing? We're saying Johnny is evil? Do you see what this bed is doing? And we're saying Johnny is evil? I guess every Guilty Gear character is evil in their own right. Trying to 6P through that finder. If it doesn't work the first time, try again. Bursting you back. Good blocks here on these JDs. Oh, whoa, oh my god. Using the first hit of JH, air dashing over and then getting that FDJS to get you on the other side as a cross up. What is this bed doing, bro? TechAMEK keeping these Kobe balls on you. Able to convert off of this JD one here. Going to be able to get the install and then the wall break hard knockdown after. Still got that install cranking. Wrist with a full stick of butter, but not getting that chance to spend it as the bed sits you down, puts you to sleep out here. Sweet dreams as TechAMEK rolls into this set point. Wrist candy trying to get that jump forward. Nice job getting that far slash. Get a punish here, but Tech using a good 2P to fight back out. Gonna splat you before the burst can come out, having 50 to cook with. Kobe ball catching that backdash, does get a chance to go for that burst. Blocking out that 236S. This JH has been diabolical. Right there was pretty tame as we just get the close slash install after. Trying to keep this bed back. TechAMEK. Clipping you with the 2K, the counter hit far slash. Not having the meter to convert, but one more reset will be all we need here. That install worn out, but these special moves going crazy. 2S into the error call, confirming the hit on the 2S, actually recalled the error and then saved it for the follow-up. TechAMEK gets the first set. Here we go, y'all. It's going to be jsaav versus megarura. I'm going to be so honest and vulnerable here. Megarura is the Johnny, right? Right? I think jsaav is on the jam here. Can someone confirm that with me real quick? But here we go. jsaav. Of course, I know jsaav for playing that May. But right now, we're pulling out the jam. Nice stuff here. This jam keeping you down with that red RC. The low, giving up your turn. Only safe on block when not enhanced. Of course, being plus when it is. This Johnny jailing you down with that card, though. Catching the backdash, not getting that full confirm after. But does still close it out with that close slash on the other side. Okay, yes, did get the confirm. Can you blame me? The names, I wasn't ready for the names. But I'm good now. Yeah, so jsaav is on the jam. jsaav, I should have known the waifu player. Not derogatory, but the waifu player, megarura. Saying, hey, I play who looks cool. Get in with that Nsanga. And reminder, y'all, this is a first to 5. Gonna catch you with that overhead finer. Great play there from Mega. Using that P finer on the way down to get that double overhead. Catching jsaav off guard. But with that back throw empowered Ryujin, we're in a great spot. Trying to scoot up with that 6K. jsaav using that wall of 5K to keep you back. There's the lows. Oh, trying to catch you off guard with that hop throw. Not today, though. megarura with a great throw punish. Keeping you jailed down with that low card. Gets another card here in the corner. Not going to be able to get the break with it, but you'll take that damage with Nsanga. Bursting you back. Trying to get that flip in, but megarura in that bit of spaghetti was able to keep things calm and collected and secure the round from that corner position. See what we got here. jsaav considering our options. Staying on the jam here. You got a lot of time in this first to 5, right? In a first to 3, sometimes you can feel that pressure. Oh man, I lost game 1. Should I swap now? But in a first to 5, you have some of that privilege to wait things out, figure out how you want it to go. Or, of course, maybe jsaav committing to the jam. You know, not saying we have to swap. It is only one game. But always having that option in your back pocket is a great spot to be in. megarura having a couple characters as well, but talking about jsaav getting this full stock super to send you through, using that plus on block low after that very fast overhead. Can't react to that one. And with one stock left, it's that empowered Ryujin. At this point in the corner, oh man, we're getting our burst baited from megarura here. Good block on that overhead finer, but then the frame trap and Senga catching you with that fuzzy jump up. Can't press a button when this Johnny's got you jailed down. Still having that empowered Ryujin in your back pocket. One hit confirm into it could be all you need. Literally 2K empowered Ryujin could end the game here. If megarura... Oh my god. Literally any of those light confirms into Ryujin wins the round. But of course, I don't blame you for not going for it. I mean, what are you going to hit confirm 5P into the special move? Like, I'm not. I don't blame anyone else for not.
Yeah, checking out that league roster, guys. We had 24 teams in the league, 96 unique players fighting it out in 5 weeks of this Guilty Gear Strive 4v4 team battle tournament series to find out who are the best teams in the league. You're looking at Group B's Big Booty Men versus Sweet Tooth out here. And we're playing the last set of this team set, Megarura, securing this wall break here and going up 2-0. Here we go, jsaav pulling out that May. Like I said, there's no pressure to swap soon. But after 2 games down, saying, okay, I got enough information against Mega here, playing on my secondary. Gonna pull out the Jellyfish Pirate, gonna see what we got. Nice super here from Megarura. Gonna be able to secure this hard knockdown. Not gonna be enough to kill. May, very tanky. And jsaav with a lot of resources. Still either player's game. Of course, you got to face that hard knockdown. Mega just trying to go for that card set. jsaav getting a chance to dolphin around here. Catching that backdash with that full charge 6H and then confirming in the super. I wasn't lying when I said it was either player's game. Of course, jsaav had to maneuver around that hard knockdown state, but then had the resources to fight back with there to close out the round. Catching that 5K. Stuffing out that vertical dolphin. jsaav using that delay air dash in to try to catch Megarura off guard here. Crazy mix there with the multiple overheads. Not catching jsaav off guard. Trying to call out the jump there with a P Finer. Ooh, countering with the close slash. jsaav slamming that burst, saying nope. In that meaty dolphin, I mean volleyball, you know what I'm trying to say. Mega with a good counter mash out. Not afraid to press that 2P. That May can be scary trying to go for those counter hits in the corner. But Mega doing a good job of finding our way out. Great 5P there from jsaav after that PRC. Oh, air dashing right over the far slash. That was a very good angle from jsaav on this May. If you just fell into the dolphin, then jsaav probably could have gotten the punish. Or right, no, it wouldn't have been the punish. It would have been just on block, keeping that May falling down into your far slash. But in this case, it was jsaav with a well-timed air dash to get over the Johnny here and then close out the round. Mixing you up here with that air dash back 2K. Getting a counter hit here with those P normals. jsaav is using those quick lights to keep this pressure up as that May is jumping around you with these dolphins. Getting a counter hit here. The 5D is the mix. jsaav closes out this round. What do you got here? Megarura trying to get away from those vertical dolphins. Jailing you back with those 2 S's. Scooting up. Catching jsaav pressing as that Mistfinder stance cancel in your face can get you antsy sometimes. You don't want to let Johnny move around for free. Nice counter hit with that far slash though. Able to turn this one into a wall break, but with the vault deal, wasn't able to get the super spend if that's what we wanted. Of course, you can just save that meter. And with 100 here, thanks to that positive bonus, the world is Megarura's oyster. Is down this round.
but with some good pressure. That being said, jsaav finding a chance to fight out and does get this burst away. So even if you go down this round, you still feel like you're in a good spot. Oh, actually, no, jsaav feeling like a hero, using that 6H, keeping you jailed down in the corner, does get this red RC spend, and with that May damage, one more reset will be all we need. But no, it's going to be the far/low finder there from megarura to close it out. I liked what jsaav was doing. I don't think that extending that combo all the way through would have killed either. But by going for that last reset, we could, you know, you are giving up that chance, or rather you're potentially allowing that risk. Megarura clawing back here. The double overhead getting blocked again. jsaav not falling for that finer pressure. Does catch you here with that PRC, but just out of range of that 5H. We'll be getting our burst here if we even need to use it. Good block on that 6K. Not falling for that overhead. Is able to confirm that dolphin with a PRC just to secure the knockdown. Sat down with that 5H, but a reversal from megarura out of the corner will be enough to close out this game 4. What's going on, Willie? I see you in the chat. Willie, I think I saw you were going to CEO, homie. Have fun. Have fun. I may be going too. I've been saying I'm going. I have applied for the commentary, so we'll see if I get it. megarura up 3-1 here. jsaav considering our options. Where are we going? Where are we going? Okay. Whew. It is first to 5. Scared him. I thought he was about to run out of the room. Don't run out of the room, homie. No, where you going? Where you going? Oh, okay. Okay, he's back in the sand. Okay. Woo. just considering our options. jsaav saying, if I leave now... Now, we're playing first to 5 out here. This set is worth 3 points. 3 points are on the line for either team here to earn or lose. So we'll see what we got. Both players have what it takes here. jsaav swapping back to that May. Has been putting up a threat. megarura, with the momentum of winning that last game, has had a very strong start to this round. Feeling like a hero spending that burst. I agree with that burst. Doesn't want to give a positive bonus to this May while you have a 100 meter yourself. You want to try to use this meter to the best of your ability. Good FD blocks from jsaav, actually outranging this Johnny out of the card toss. That being said, megarura with some fast RCs to confirm the hit after puts ourselves up a round. Facing out that 5K here. Oh my god, the anti-air close slash. I thought they nerfed that. Oh, the 6K catching this time, but it was a punish. Maybe megarura trying to go for a reaction jab or something of that nature. Oh, the PRC drift forward lets you see this burst. Look at that damage as you put this May back into the corner. Still either player's game. This May is explosive when she gets the hit, and jsaav is able to find them. Speaking of 5D red RC, megarura could have potentially bursted there, but I know it does suck to go down a round, but I agree with holding on to it. Don't want to get burst baited right there and then be super down. You now have this resource to fight back with. The 3K no special cancel gets the throw here for Mega. Able to go for that overhead into a reset, and it pays off. The counter hit close slash after that vault. Going to cash out with this hard knockdown. You won't have 50 tension for a while now, but of course you do have a substantial HP lead. jsaav getting caught by this counter hit here. We'll be getting our burst, but it'll be after this wall break. So megarura are going to be building up more tension here. Being preempted with that 5K to try to keep jsaav back. Finds a good time to burst. Only needs one more hit to close it out. And it's going to be the PRC close slash after. Megarura looking good here. jsaav
finding some great opportunities to get out of that corner. Megarura been doing an amazing job of putting you there. Sometimes it's as simple as just bursting you there. But I gotta say, jsaav has been using the Mei Dolphins and the very strong air dashes and jump arc to find our way out of those corners pretty consistently. As much as Mega puts us there, jsaav has been finding our way out. But Megarura in the mid-screen even does a great job of finding fast RC confirms, of going for the resets that put you down into the corner, just setting up the card while you're there. Right now, jsaav, keeping it simple with these lights, is in a great spot. An amazing round here to start from jsaav to beat up Megarura here, sending them through the wall. Nice mix there with the fast RC to catch you with the 2K low. Megarura having the burst here, but not having very much tension to fight out with after as well. May just be holding on to the resources. jsaav closes out this round with that chip damage vertical dolphin. Ooh, the counter hit far slash, man. I feel like I've been seeing a lot of strong Mei players as of late represent that normal a lot more than often. Of course, you know the 5H. Of course, you know some of these other notorious normals. You know the Dolphins. But that Mei far slash, just as strong as any other tool in her arsenal, especially when you know where to put it. And it looks like jsaav been putting these buttons in the right places here in this game. What is this, game 6? Trying to get our second game on the board. Megarura holding on to that burst as jsaav spends their own. Trying to 6P you back. Nice job. Faking you out there with those jump back, jump normals. Got it in your head a bit. Getting that mental stack high. That's all you got to do to get that run up throw after. Good stuff. Look how quick this is. Ready? 1, 2, 3, throw. Great stuff there to jsaav. And I wasn't lying, man. That Mei has a very quick air presence, and jsaav's been doing a good job of using it. You know, both in pressure and on defense, getting out of the corner. Counter hitting with that 2S, sitting you down here already in the corner. jsaav trying to hold that forward momentum to get out, and does get out here. Catches you with the low option. Doesn't want to get that wall broken, spends the burst, but you still got your back to the wall against this Mei. Very confident jabs here with the 2P and the 5K from Megarura. Unfortunately didn't get that TK finer, and with that jsaav gets a counter hit to keep this Johnny jailed down. Another 5K counter hit and a red RC confirm. That's going to be the round going to jsaav. Getting that punish there on the other side. Catching you with the low as jsaav tried to get a vertical dolphin but didn't get enough time to. The counter hit comes out, and so does this overdrive. Mega gonna have to earn this tension back, but is in a great spot HP wise. The jump in connects. jsaav trying to do a reversal option up out of that jump in here from Megarura after the hard knockdown. Didn't get the chance to. Was trying to mix you up with his PRC. Actually 6P'ing through the finer. Some great preemptive defense there from jsaav. Oh, nice job using that finer stance away. It actually looked silly how you could see two Johnnies there for a second. Only needing one more hit to close out this round. Try to find it with the 2P, and with that mental stack gets the strike throw as Megarura gets our set point here. Both players having options with that burst. jsaav with a walk back far slash. Mega with some very confident jabs. I'm very happy with how Megarura has been using these lights out of pressure on this Johnny. Has not been threatened by the frame trap potential from this Mei, but look at the damage here. jsaav getting those hits, getting that HP low. Nice job getting a throw here on that mental stack. You do got 50 tension on the side of this Mei, keeping you jailed down with those cards. The 5K connects, and it lets us get this pressure after. Air special does get the block out, though. Tries to go for the stancel. to try to bait out that burst, potentially PRC to keep it going. Got the tumble hit, but after the clash cancel, went for the 5H. Megarura's backdash getting caught, and jsaav getting our third game on the board. Megarura here. My first time meeting Megarura, it was on this Baiken. Looking good in the corner here. The Tommy coming out. The H-Cab gets this pickup here. What a great time to swap to a new character, by the way. Especially when you got it like that, like Mega does on this Baiken. jsaav feeling some momentum. Was able to get a couple games here in a row. Megarura only needing one more to close it out. What better way in the first to one out here on the Baiken, mixing things up against this May. jsaav been fighting against the Johnny for what, 6 games now, 7 games. First and back before that 6H connects, trying to mix you up here with that H-Cab. The S tether connects, and with the hit confirm, Megarura puts ourselves on the set point. jsaav will have this burst back here in this round. And you're going to need it here if you're in the corner against Megarura. Gets that S tether. Frame traps you with the 6K. Uses the RC to see that burst expenditure. And it's going to be able to send you through. I like how we did that guard cancel there to maybe build up just a little bit of extra meter. One more combo to close it out. That H-Cab red RC chasing down jsaav here. Megarura finishing it off with the perfect. Pulled out the Baiken in the final hour, and it paid off.
North Carolina's biggest fighting game tournament returns. SQXL, The Promised Day, brings you a non-stop lineup of 15 anime FGC favorites with an expanded registration cap. Join us at the Durham Convention Center on October 3rd and 4th for 2 days of grassroots competition and all new titles including Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, Avatar Legends, and the 2026 YoKai World Cup for Vampire Savior. Early bird registration goes live May 8th. Follow us at our socials to save on your badge. Coming up next, it's going to be Drain versus YoKai. Drain on the home side with umkellan, nyoravim, falke, and Colin TF at 31 points, very close to their opponents at 30. That's going to be Team YoKai on the away side. Joe Brownie, Clover Dragon, Astral, and Lasagna Slayer. Okay, so welcome in Team YoKai, Astral, Joe, Lasagna, Pulverizer. How we feeling, y'all?
Was good.
Feeling
I'm
good.
feeling pretty good. We
I'm
can't
not good. Not good about JeekLeague, but feeling good in general. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
come on.
Hey, we didn't do that well, but
We
I
might have
can't
gotten
lie
cooked.
that it
gotten
was a fun team experience. I am glad I got the opportunity with these guys to like, do all of it.
I bet as far as amount of fun had, our team is number 1. And you know what? That's the only stat that really matters for us.
True.
This is true. The
True.
4-8, nothing will repeat the 486 incident.
Yes,
don't talk
yes,
about that.
yes, yes.
All right, we got
That's
some-
neither here nor there.
Got some professional fun havers out here, but hey, that's what I like to hear. Like it's that's definitely the best outcome you can get out of this. Regardless of how you do, as long as you have fun. And glad to have y'all over here on stream. Been very excited to see how y'all been showing up in the league. Y'all are very close in points with your opponents today, the Drain Gang, or at least before going into our first matches today. So how do y'all feel about going into this match?
Should be fun. I
It's
think.
free. I'm
There's
kidding.
no stakes anymore.
That's fucked up.
I was gonna say, yeah, dude, the approach has been like from the team and talking to the team. The approach is that like the dream is dead, so this set means nothing. So we're gonna play like it means nothing. That doesn't mean we're not playing to win, but expect buttons you don't usually see.
I'm
Nah,
going on to my new
me
main
personally,
Nagoriyuki. My Nagoriyuki.
I'm playing like I got nothing to.
You might see some
I-
screwed up crap today. That's what all I'm saying.
I'm playing like I got nothing to lose, so I am gonna have the time of my life.
Well, there you go. There you have it. I mean, this is going to be the time to pull out your secondaries, your third secondaries if that's what you got. So we'll
You
see
mean
what
my
goes
new
down.
main?
Pull Clover in here. Pull Clover.
But,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, we do need Clover.
Clover? Oh, Clover's. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's get Clover.
Oh yeah.
He is.
All
on
right,
the
Clover,
team.
you in here?
He's on Crucible.
He's also no longer in the team. That's
Okay.
fucked up.
That's crazy.
Jeek's just cutting people through executive decision.
This is accent. I love Clover Dragon. 13 minutes after 9. We starting now? But to be fair, I did start late, so hey. Oh.
To be fair, me and Lurie had the most hilarious set before this.
That was hilarious.
Do you know how long Jacko Faust takes?
Yeah,
Apparently
and
a
you
long
went
time. Honestly, I wouldn't have
3-5.
guessed.
Well, we'll talk about this set coming up, y'all. I'm looking at your lineup declared here. It's going to be Lasagna and Astral in the first of 3s, Joe Brownie in the first of 5. I know some of y'all have some unique secondaries. I can probably guess who you're going to play. You don't have to spoil it out here, but what do you think about that lineup? You know, throwing Joe into the first of 5. You know, I feel like y'all's team, more so than other teams, y'all really mix up who goes in that anchored spot. So, you know, what's the logic there, I guess?
That's kind of fit for me.
I mean, if
The
you want,
logic, it is very vibes-based logic.
Okay. I don't
Okay.
I don't hate that.
so like, let's remove Chipp the actual like mental between it. If, from, like a,
No, it is genuinely who we think will do the best in the first of 5 situation.
Yeah, okay. I gotcha. We'll see. So this time it's going to be Joe potentially. Going to be pulling up on that Jacko most likely. We'll see what you got. I know y'all play some other characters.
I don't know.
We'll see.
We're not saying it.
Who was it saying they were going to play the Nago? Did someone say that, or am I making that up? I'm hallucinating.
No.
Maybe.
Lasagna.
Maybe.
Lasagna's
Okay, I
the-
won't hold you to it.
It depends on how
Do it.
disenfranchised I am.
Okay. I will play whatever inflicts
so
the most
over.
mental damage.
Well, Clover, how are you feeling, homie?
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I'm not playing in this set
On the bench for this
because-
one, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the bench for this one, but feeling pretty good. I think we've had a pretty good run so far. I can't complain. Been sticking with Millia the whole time. There's no like other characters for me.
There you go. Yeah,
I mean-
yeah. Faithful to your queen. I appreciate that. I know she does.
Clover, what about the Ram?
Oh, we don't talk about
the
we
Ram
don't
it-
talk about the one Clover Ram game.
The one
Well,
Ram game on
was a month.
like the super major web on
That
the
was a whole month.
super major website. But yeah, I did play a little bit of Ram last patch, but I'm staying full Millia this time around.
Well, there
Just
you go.
a whittle wham.
Oh
A
no.
little wham.
No, don't do
A
that.
whittle wham.
But yeah, Millie gonna be on the bench today. We got Lasagna, Astral, and Joe gonna be on that lineup. Good luck in y'all's match against Drain Gang. Before I send y'all off, any last words?
That sounds like a
I'm
threat.
surprised you're not
It's
asking
not
us
a threat. It's not a
fruit-based question.
Damn, I can't believe Jeek is gonna kill us after this interview.
Jeek is
Fucked
gonna
up.
kill us at the end of the interview. That's crazy.
That's what happens to teams that don't qualify for the finals.
They just die IRL.
That wasn't the fine print. I appreciate
is
you
the Jeek
noticing that
Hunger
in the
Games?
rules.
Oh,
Yeah,
Cole,
I'm
so you
sorry.
knew this
I
going
didn't
in.
read the full thing. You know how it is. There's a long paper, right? You don't read it. You just sign the thing. My bad.
No,
I think I
at
should
least
do a
I'm glad
first to 10.
we could grab Polv down with us. We could grab Polv, drag him down with us.
Whoa, hey, holy misgendered.
Originally,
sure-
the
Big eye too.
All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all for entering and playing. You still got some matches to play, so good luck in those. That's Team YoKai for y'all. Good luck in your match against Drain.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
boss.
you very much. Thank you.
Yep. Yo, what's going on? Kellen and nyoravim. Kellen, that's the character from Blue Period, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the goat.
I'll admit I'm blanking on the character name. I have read it though. I'm such a LARPer. I'm so bad. Do you read things and then forget the characters, or is that just me?
Yeah, it happens sometimes if I'm not rocking with the character.
Well, what's going on, Team Drain? How we feeling, y'all? Last week of JeekLeague. How y'all feeling?
I think at least I am glad to be done. Like this event was very fun and it was something to look forward to each week, but it's a lot.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Y'all's gotta show up and play. That's and if that's already enough. But yeah, no, I do appreciate everybody sticking it out up until this last week. Big shout outs to those who end up making it through, but that means they still got to keep showing up and grinding it out. So it's a kiss and a curse there. But we're out here. We're fun havers, and I appreciate y'all coming in. And y'all have this match right here going up against Team YoKai. You already know their lineup.
One more thing about that. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
From what I saw, every single pool looked very mean. Like the top two teams, like in my opinion, were like the teams that were gonna
Make it
move
out.
on to the finals, and it's like it's definitely like a challenge, and I think like looking forward to it every week is like, you know, I wonder if we can increase our chances of making it out. And like, you know, it's unfortunate that we didn't this year, but like maybe next year, like, you know, we have a chance.
Yeah, I mean, you know, hey, let's talk about that. You know, it was definitely a last minute call to bring it up from 5 teams to 6 teams, but that does mean that 2/3 of every group doesn't make it out. So trust that the organizers, you know, we keep our finger on that sort of stuff of like, okay, like, is there a format where more teams can make it out? You know, is there a format where we could have like more groups, you know, stuff like that, like to try to, you know, mix it up in that way. But you're right that, you know, shouts to Wondering who did the seeding. You know, some of these teams, I mean, let's talk about UMCA, right? That we knew they were getting out. Looking at team, what was that, team B? Like we knew they were getting out in the group selection. So sometimes that happens, but
yeah.
But Team Drain, Team YoKai, I mean, your opponents here, at least going into tonight, were very close in points. Literally only 1 point away from each of y'all before any of the matches tonight. So pretty even in that regard. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's like we were kind of eyeing the standings throughout. We're like, damn, are we going to be able to maintain third? Are we going to maybe get into second place? Like, you know, it was definitely like a very positive rivalry experience.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, definitely, you know, something to look forward to is that when you know what's the math there, 4 times 5, the 20 other people in your group, you know exactly what matchups to prepare for potentially. You know what matchups what matches you're probably gonna have a hard time with because of things like matchups. So definitely, you know, like hearing that y'all were able to stick it out, still have fun with it. We're rolling up into this last match against YoKai. Looks like we have, what is it? It's going to be Lasagna, Astral, and Joe Brownie. You don't have to spoil your counter picks, but how do you feel about the lineup?
Feeling pretty good, at least for my match. I can't speak for Kellen and Falk, but
yeah, I won't spoil anything of how I'm feeling, but I think I'll do all right. Try my best.
There you go. That's all you can do. Appreciate y'all coming in, showing up, despite, you know, it's making, you know, it's a big commitment to make, but y'all were able to do so, and I really appreciate that, Team Drain. Before I send you off to your match, any last words?
In like 8 minutes, registration for an event in like September opens for an event like down in Portland, Oregon. And like registration is gonna fill very fast, but if you're in the area, you should show up. It's called Cabin in the Woods.
There you go. If there's a Start GG link, throw it in the chat. We'll get it pinned for you, nyoravim. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
But so yeah, check that out, y'all. If you're in the region, outside of that, enjoy this upcoming match. Good luck to y'all, Team Drain.
Thank you.
Didn't want to spoil it in the pre-game interviews, but if y'all know Lasagna Slayer, then you were probably aware that he was going to pull out this Venom. I think both him and Joe have been showing up with this character here and there. But we're going up against Falke, and she's going to be coming up on the Baiken. Getting bursted back, trying to get you checked with these ball sets here. This Baiken could potentially have a hard time with that zoning in theory, right? She has somewhat of a linear approach. She may have some tricks here, especially when you just saw the JD air stall. She can 2H, I think, under some of these ball sets. Trying to go for that gold burst. Checking you with the gun. Lasagna Slayer trying to get a jab in here. And a very confident parry on that very confident 6P. Lasagna Slayer getting a chance to get that Dark Angel. There's that linear approach getting called out, right, with that air dash. Falke with an insane parry. That's 2 parries in 1 round alone, but too high of a JH there. Didn't go for the Ozanson to keep it plus. Lasagna Slayer with like a fuzzy grab. Can I call it that? It's like you're blocking out the Ozanson potentially from your opponent, but then if they do land empty in front of you, you can get that throw. Falke using that HCAB follow-up to get a fast RC string after. Lasagna Slayer getting pushed back into that corner by that blue burst. Try to go for the same side, but because Falke went for the blue burst, was putting you in the corner. That being said, Lasagna Slayer with the cross-up jump normal, the red RC to get to confirm after. And that's some good damage for Venom's standards. Had that JH and the far slash to close out the round. Big shout outs to Content Casper for that raid, homie. Appreciate you. Casper, you'll have to tell me how the Geoluminati did, if you don't mind. If you want to talk about it. And we got Disgusting in the chat. What's going on? We swept. They went 6-0. Sheesh. Well, that may mean you're close to the top out here then. We'll post the standings as soon as we can tonight, guys, okay? So you'll know who makes it out. Lasagna Slayer trying to get that far slash, but Falke with a very confident JS counter hit goes into that super after. We'll be getting some Oki here pulling up, trying to get that 2S, but Lasagna Slayer with the jump back, trying to bait out that burst. Falke chipping away this HP with this S tether in the corner. Could have ended the game there, but Lasagna Slayer was ready for the throw and got the tech. Trying to stagger you out, but with too much of a gap, Lasagna Slayer finds a chance to press that 2P and win this round. Great stuff. Okay, so on Kizar, they're goated. They're guaranteed to be below KLP because of first to fives only. That's that first to five. Fern and Tonsky, I think, we're playing a lot of the first to fives from what I remember. But both are guaranteed out right now. Okay. So, if I'm hearing that right, KLP first seed, and then Geo second seed. Okay. Reminder that only the top 2 teams in every group make it into the playoffs. The top team having the first seed, the second team having the second seed, the first team playing, guaranteed playing second seeds. Nice rising JP here from Lasagna Slayer. Gold burst pushing you back. Yeah, that's a mod chat thing, Green. We can figure it out. Definitely going to do our due diligence to make sure we got all the points reported correctly before we make any final calls. Gonna have to work with the mods on that. Oh, great super here from Lasagna Slayer to finish off this round. Falke did get her burst here. Very even set we're seeing so far from these players. Falke been very aggressive on this Baiken, not just letting herself get jailed down, getting zoned down by this Venom. Lasagna Slayer trying to approach with that ball set after the BRC to push you out. But enough time to breathe, gets a chance to put out that Dark Angel, but you saw that Falke reacted to the fact that Lasagna Slayer had already covered that up approach, so didn't have the chance to get out. Unfortunately, couldn't keep that combo going. Did get out of the corner, but Lasagna Slayer putting you right back. I love that juggle with the ball off of the wall. Falke here with a little bit of life, but a lot to fight with here. Lasagna Slayer spends that burst, doesn't want to give this Baiken any chance to breathe. Gonna be able to get in with this Johnson. I like that RC momentum change up to dance around these projectiles, but Lasagna Slayer, while you're still in the corner, is able to close it out. Deflect shield pushing you back, getting that counter hit JS. Oh my god. Lasagna Slayer about to do some crazy stuff with that BRC drift forward. Falke saying, not today, homie. Too fake for me. Jabbing you down. I like how we use the 6K just to cross the distance here, using that fast RC to get a combo off of that S tether momentum pull in. Lasagna Slayer does have the burst here, opts for the YRC first, very wise, but I gotta say, man, Falke has had insane APM, going for that JD to sit you down. Oh my god, that JS was at the very tip, bro. Call Falke Marth out here because we're getting some tippers.
There's that 2D Ozanson mix trying to get you one more time with that one. The PRC, oh my god! And then 6P through the gun, sitting you down into that Dark Angel. Lasagna Slayer with a crazy comeback sequence here is going to be able to close out the round. Falke with some great play there with the RC to go for the gun super in the first place. Lasagna Slayer answering back with the PRC and then a 6P sitting you down with the 6H on this round start. Only got the tumble hit there on the close slash, not what we wanted fully. Trying to approach with this Ozanson here. Oh my god, dude. We've been seeing some weird hits from both of these players. Oh my god. The ball off of the wall. Falke just trying to air dash, but you have it coming behind you like a mini Faust or something. Nice job finding the angle for that. Ozanson didn't get the follow-up that we wanted. The flex shield spent by Lasagna Slayer trying to keep this Baiken off of you. These stray normals, the JDs in the air, the spaghetti on the floor. Lasagna Slayer finishes this first set 3-0. I hope y'all are locked for this one. It's going to be nyoravim versus Astral, and it's a bit of an Anji mirror. Big chests out here. No shirts allowed. 4x the fans. Double the Fujins. Oh, very confident parry here. nyoravim trying to get that spin out of the corner. I'm just realizing, let me go ahead and change like their names, right? So nyoravim is purple, and then Astral, what do I put? White. There we go. Oh, the 5D is the mix. Very close first round here. Astral going to come out on top with the round win and that burst advantage. We'll see if it pays off here. Burst doesn't mean everything. It can help you. Like that air stall there with the JD. Saw a lot of JD air stalls from that Baiken in the last set. Could potentially see it a lot more here from these Anjis. Oh, and Nyoravim trying to go for a parry as well, but Astral that time picking Hop off of Fujin. Nice YRC right there. The timing allowing us to keep Astral back despite that Fujin forward. The shimmy into the throw, catching Astral pausing, able to close out the round. Nice P jabs there from Astral. Of course, we know that 2P is a pretty good Anji button, but she was able to use that 5P as well. Nyoravim here spinning through that 5H pressure. Catching you here with the Fujin, though. The red RC after. Astral will be able to close out this game one. YoKai on the away side. Already managing to get 3 of those points here on the board for themselves. Nyoravim's lose quote is, "I am a killer fish." Yeah, that Anji 2H, man. I wasn't ready for Anji 2H being such a prominent piece of their pressure. A little bit of a mouthful there. But I'm happy about it. I love seeing what people are able to do with the combos with it and keep the pressure up with it. How plus is it, Green? Because they added the frame advantage to it last patch, I believe. Maybe, no, I mean the patch before the last one. +6! Good stuff here from nyoravim. Oh, so you weren't kidding. It's the same as drill. Nice tap dust here from nyoravim to close out this first round here in game 2. Sitting you down with this Rin. The first one coming out, but the second one getting blocked. That was some good defense there from Astral. The burst, however, from Nyora keeps up this corner pressure. Astral will be getting her burst as well. Gets a chance to get it here on this gold burst. Going for the parry, but holding the spin, was able to space out the timing on it and get rewarded here. Good job linking that 2K off of that Nagia. Is able to jump away from that throw attempt. Astral catching with the 2S, gets a punish. Goes for a throw ourselves, but into this fan super. nyoravim is going to secure game 2. Good start here from Astral. Got you with this throw in the corner as well. The delay PRC catches you with the counter hit. nyoravim spends the burst, saying, hey, I have a chance to fight back here, but Astral getting the 2P punish and shimmies out with that 5H. It's going to be Astral getting a perfect here? No, just a slash to close out this first round here of game 3. But also having that burst advantage now. Very confident 5K on the round start to call out the spin and then sitting you down after. The deflect shield does give us a chance out of that corner. But 5D'ing you here. Astral in a commanding lead. Has 100 tension. You're up here with these spins. Able to PRC to see that Koi come in. Good punish here. The Rins come out, but the throw gets jumped. That's some great defense there from Nyora. Being preemptive here in the corner. Astral using that red RC to keep the pressure up, and the 2K is the mix. This Anji comes out on top. Sorry about that. Reporting the scores here. Of course, Astral up 2-1. Still either player's set here. We're going to get this fan super to send you through. Send you down here with this 5H. The Rins come out. Nyora trying to check with that 2P. Does hold the frames from that pin, but finds a chance to get the parry after. Good defense here from Astral, but give it right back to Nyora, having an amazing job of keeping that pressure up. She's got 50 here. PRC after Ren gets blocked, spaces out that 2P, gets the far slash, but doesn't close out the round just yet. The counter hits from Astral. Nyora with some great patience, doesn't go for a tricky burst. But that being said, it's going to be Astral on set point. Nyora with a very strong round start here. Some defense tendencies coming out from Astral. You see the just blocks against this Fujin pressure, but Nyora has been finding her licks. Astral going to get that 5D mix though. In fact, it was a counter hit, so Nyora was trying to get a challenge out, maybe a P press, but not today. BRC drift forward, does get that 2P hit, but doesn't get the full confirm that we would have wanted. The parry comes out for Astral, building up that 50 tension. The Ren connection spaces out the gold burst. Astral getting this set 3-1. So Joe Brownie out here, y'all, let me get the overlay up on the screen, is playing a character
I personally did not expect it's the Lucy. Very strong character in terms of how quick she is on the screen, how much damage she can dish out with those hack state supers. So let's see what we can do here. Joe Brownie, not a stranger of piloting some weird characters, right? Plays the Jacko, plays the Venom. Lucy, in terms of this game, you know, definitely not a character you see very often or would expect. Umkellan going to be playing out here on the Chipp. Also a very quick character. No way. Oh, dude, that setup was crazy. Was able to get out of the corner and go for that hack state, but by corner swapping. That being said, Kellan, with one rope combo later and 50 to spend, closes out the round, saying, Joe, I don't care how many tricks you got. You got to have the confirms also. Oh, but trying to go for the raw rope full screen against the Blicky ain't going to be an easy task here. That gun can be pretty easy to navigate around for some characters, but you can't commit to some options, and Joe's showing you that just there. Ooh, great far slash pressure there from Joe. Kellan having that 50 to press with, trying to close out that round, start climbing back against this Lucy. Is able to burst you into the corner here, but Joe finding a quick option to fight back out with. Look at these 5p dead frames here to make sure we get our meaties after. Good counter hit here from Kellan. Joe having some quick normals and some commanding ones with that far slash and that 2S, but Kellan doing a good job of being fast about getting in and then using these RCs to get the confirms after. Great jab there from Joe with the 6p back into the corner despite that corner steal attempt. But you can see how, you know, I don't want to say easy, but how Kellan is able to get around those far slashes with these whip punishes, and sometimes the trade hits, the counter hits like you just saw right there. The reversal from Joe. Sometimes I forget that Lucy has that DP, man. I won't lie to you. No meter here to confirm the kill. Does have the shock state. So with that JH connecting and getting that freeze, Joe Brownie's able to get this first game. We'll see what Kellan has here. I think I also know Kellan for the Slayer. Does Kellan play Slayer? I say that. I don't know if I actually have confirmed that. I guess I could easily pull up their score sheet and just look up their name and see if they've ever played. I see Chipp. I see Chipp. I see Chipp. Oh my god, it's only the Chipp. Okay, never mind. They have a Lewis. I don't know if you want to play Goldlewis against Lucy. Oh, and also to be, I'm not trying to imply you have to swap, but I was just only saying that because they were hanging off the stand for a moment. That's the fun thing about these first to fives. You saw it earlier in our Sweet Tooth BBM set. You know, you can wait a little bit into that first to five before you swap and still be a nasty threat with what you swap to. It is first to five, reminder, so. And right now we're getting mixed the hell up, but some good just blocks from Joe, man. You can't hit this guy. But with that PRC confirm here on the Rekka 1, Kellan is going to be able to break the wall and kill ya. This Lucy has no HP, from what I understand at least. I'm not going to pretend like I know everyone's HP pool. Kellan getting jailed back by that 5k, getting a counter hit to stuff the approach. Good 2H. Didn't get the maybe the full string we wanted, but we did get the corner swap. Maybe that's all. I think that's all we were going for. You know, Lucy isn't about, well, she can be about getting those big shock state combos, right? Getting these big hacks. But she's also just about, like, putting herself in a great position, getting those monowire shock states, and then putting you in that strike throw situation. Seeing a lot of high APM here from Joe, who's no stranger to the high APM from the other characters he plays, you know. He definitely does not play a slow whiff punish character. The characters he plays, they are doing shit, you know. Like look how much we're safe jabbing with 5p. Not safe jabbing, dead framing. Kellen here confirming that Rekko low hit. But one back throw later. Kellen having that access to the DP as well. Able to duck under the gun, but there's that rope setup getting called out again. Oh, the counter hit right here from Kellen. That, oh no, the drop! Don't panic. Danger from Joe, but the 5k counter hit. Using those bonus frames from the counter hit on that 5k was able to get the confirm. And you got to do that against Chipp. You got to use those quick and fast normals. Lucy having one of the better 5Ks in the game in terms of its speed, but man, either player's game there. Unfortunate drop on that wall combo, meaning Joe Brownie able to take those and come out on top. Rolling into this game 3, not the crying trap bench. Wasn't it flying trap bench earlier? Wasn't it flying trap bench, but now it's crying? I like the use of this 2D Joe is showing sometimes, just as a quick normal to get the sweep, get the knockdown. I like confirming that cross-up hit with that P into 6p string. Good blocks on these cross-ups from Kellen. I like how Joe is using the /scoop to actually pull you into a range where the cross-up will turn into a cross-up, but an air throw to start off this sequence. You have the threat of that shock state here. The 2D procs it. Joe Brownie canceling in the super is going to close out this round just in time for hair time to hit us with that raid, homie. Thank you very much, my man. Appreciate you. Hair time. Hopefully you had fun tonight. Hashtag I believe in ACAD. If you know, you know. We're watching set 3 of YoKai versus Drain Gang out here playing this first of 5. Oh, things getting a little weird there. Hopefully just on the caster's end. Good. Counter hit confirmed here from Kellen, cashing out that super and getting our hard knockdown the other side. Joe having these resources to fight with, but Kellen mixing you up, getting these knockdowns, looping that situation. The FD pushing you back, still in range for the monowire though, which is some crazy spacing there from Joe. 5D red RC will be the mix. Unfortunate drop on that string, but is going to get a second chance here with that counter hit 2S. Joe Brownie up 3-0. I like how we tried to fix it. Probably didn't expect to get the 2S there, or maybe just didn't want to get it that fast. But the 2P, 6P Gatling is very strong for picking up those hits like that. You saw Joe do it earlier on that cross-up with the flip kick. When it hits, you can go 2P, 6P, and then do another flip forward. Or another, what do we call the Lucy stun dipper? Does it have a name? The roll?
Lucy roll? Oh my god, I'm the commentator here. I don't fucking know, man. I don't see this character enough, dude. Do you blame me? Should be prepared, I suppose. Catching your backdash here, getting a counter hit in the scramble. Joe at half his HP and spending burst. I like that 5H preemptive. They get a counter hit against Kellen, but the single hit into the low has been some good mix, looping that knockdown situation. The 2D has been amazing for that mid-range approach, stuffing out Kellen, but the throw comes out for this Chipp. Trying to go for the meaty, but the DP comes out. Joe so sparing with that option. Every time it comes out, it's been a legit surprise. Kellen, however, spacing out this Lucy, not falling out for that 5H, that 2D stuff forever. Was able to get some counter hits, both in that last round and right here, and right here. Look at this Alpha Blade combo. Gets the cross up, and this time it does connect. Joe with some great defense in general, but Kellen just mixing you up, keeping that pressure high. Trying to mix you here with the 2S. The second hit actually connecting. Spacing out that 2S, getting a counter hit here. Joe does have the burst, but look at the pressure and the meter Kellen has been able to build, putting this Lucy all the way to the corner. That burst still in your pocket. Joe probably thinking to himself, like, if I'm going to win this round, I have to win this game without spending the burst. And I don't know. We're in a pretty good spot right now to try to do so. Next hit wins. Kellen has the meter first, but with this positive, Joe has been able to build it up. The YRC to push you back, having 100 on the side of the Lucy. Red OC after 6B. The 5D in the wrong direction, trying to bait out the burst. Joe Brownie just not finishing the combo. Kellen crossing you up with the Alpha Blade. Oh, unfortunate stuff right there. Kellen saying, bro, finish your food, homie, or I'm going to take the scraps. 5D, unfortunately, not going the direction we wanted. Then trying to bait the burst after, getting a little greedy. And Kellen just closing it out with the Alpha Blade, mixing you up with the very end with that last bit of mental stack. Great stuff there from Kellen. Kellen not falling under the pressure. Saying, okay, you know what, homie? Looks like you got this round. I'll get it in the next one. But then, oh, you don't want to finish the combo? Thank you. Kellen getting some throws. Good. Oh my god, actually getting both the hits to the DP there. Bursting you back. Either player's round here. We are getting scrambly out here. We're just boxing it out. Both of these characters. Joe giving that gap. So Kellen finding the DP and a counter hit on your approach. Kellen closes out this round. The momentum definitely going into the favor of this Chipp Zanaf here in these latter rounds. Joe, however, still very active. Catching here. I like the monowire cancel to then get the 2S. Kellen going to be shocked through the corner here. Kara canceling the roll into super. Joe building up that tiny bit of extra meter, getting as close as we can to get that hit. And Kellen is trying to keep you back. The shock state applied. The 6P on the other side. Couldn't get that 5K link like we wanted. So these red RC follow-ups. Going to be a lot of damage here against this Lucy. Joe is still in a great spot in terms of resources, and it pays off here on that round start. The far slash 5H roll. Simple, confirm to close out that round. Okay, good string here from Joe. Counter hitting with that 2D, getting bursted back here, trying to keep you down from that rope. Kellen trying to just use that special move to get some good movement forward. Procking that hack state here. Does it proc it actually? Yeah, procking this hack state on the wall by using the super there.
Not going to have it here on the other side, but Joe saying that doesn't matter to me because I got a 2P to jail you and get a perfect here. We're up 4-1. Kellen doing some great play here on the Chipp, trying to move around there with that rope. And I'll admit, hasn't been getting shot down like we were in that first round. In the very first round, we saw some of those shots, right? But has not been happening the same way since. And to give it to Kellen, is willing to challenge those gaps, is willing to try to get out. We've seen those DPs connect. We've seen some quick normals. We've seen some very good preemptive counter hits and such from Kellen on that 6H. I mean, that 5H. But Joe, using those quick normals here on the Lucy to close out some of these rounds. It's in a great spot as we roll into this game 6 here. Kellen here, if you can get 1, you can get 5. So if you're rooting for this Chipp, hold out that hope. Drain Gang trying to fight it out here in this first of 5. Joe catching you here with that 2S. The burst getting spent, the rope coming out. A nice 6P counter hit here from Joe into this fast RC string after. He's going to be able to send you through here with that roll super. With the hard knockdown, we get a very deep JH. Does Lucy get a safe jump off that on wall break? Hard knockdown wall break? I actually don't know. Trying to mix you up here with these overheads. FD keeping back this Chipp. It's going to be that 2S, was it? Or was it the 2D? I'll have to see it in the replay, or I'll have to watch it back on the VOD. XMH1 YouTube. There's a 2D right there. Joe very strongly using that option there on the round starts. Had the hack state applied because of the monowire in that combo. Kellen spends the burst and does get this rope pickup here. Actually going to be sending Joe through the wall first and evening up the HP as well. Joe having that burst advantage, but Kellen with this positive bonus cranking threatens that pressure in the corner. Joe has to spend that burst we just talked about. Did get around the shots of the Blicky. Once the 3 shots are up, you're able to jump on that rope. Kellen doing so right there. Dancing around this monowire, but getting caught out by that far slash. Joe canceling in the super. Not enough to kill even Chipp. Having a pixel in that back pocket. FD backing this JH. Try to go for the air throw, but it doesn't connect. Joe Brownie closing out this set on the Lucy 5-1. Depending on who wins and who loses, who gains the points in this final match of the JeekLeague. It's off meta gaming on the home side with Toxanz, Kai Guy, Esteemed Ruffian, and Lane FGC at 26 points, only 1 point below their opponents, Odin's Eye Gaming, featuring your boy Squanto, Saiboshi, Goosinabout, and gekoisdizzy. Off meta gaming, how we feeling?
It's gonna be us right today.
Confident.
Feeling pretty good. I'm playing Destiny right now. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was just playing it. Hold up, Toxanz, did you get the new exotic mission?
I think that's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, are you doing it's Obligation Bloodline, right?
Yeah, so I'm fighting like Argon or whatever the fuck.
Oh, sorry, Obligation Bloodline. Like, are you like in the dealing with the mine?
No, not yet, not yet.
Oh, you're just like getting. Did you do like the Scarlet Keep?
Y'all. We're fighting Argos. All right. Anyways, what's up?
What's going on? I'm just playing, by the way. What's going on, everybody? Well, yeah, Destiny 2 is like everything's on sale for like $25 or something on Steam, right?
Yeah, yeah, it is. When I get paid Friday, I'm gonna plan on buying it.
Well, there you go.
Buying all the DLCs and stuff.
Well, big shout outs to Bungie, to Destiny 2. But if we can take a second to talk about JeekLeague. So what's going on, y'all? We got Kai Guy, we got Ruffian, we got Toxanz. We're playing in a very important match. So if I understand the points right, I'm gonna go look back at my Twitch chat here. We went into tonight with y'all being very close to OEG in terms of points. I think mathematically OMG can't make it out of groups, but this match is still important because y'all and for the love of the game, for the love of spite, can still affect this bracket. Are y'all aware?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am very aware.
Okay.
So even if we win like all of our games tonight, we can't get out of the groups.
that was what my mod was saying. So if you take what your previous score was from earlier today, so like say you got 7 points, add it to what you had coming into this match, which was OMG 26, you would still need to beat whatever the factory and what Insert Pickle Burger were at. I think Insert Pickle Burger were guaranteed first seed. But the factory, if Odin's Gaming sweeps this set against y'all, if we're too busy playing Destiny 2, then OEG can get out of this group, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I see. Okay, so we.
So
can
this is OEG's opportunity to get past the factory.
But we can't get past that.
Yes. So they would need to sweep. So I'm just reading what my mod said. I'm sorry if I'm getting any of this wrong, but they would need to sweep y'all if they want to get past the factory. So y'all need to win one set, I think, if I understand this right.
I see.
Gibby saying, wait, give them the set? That's crazy. Gibby just said that.
Gecko said $50 to throw.
I feel like it would be very funny to throw. Hold on, I'm texting my friends that I'm getting off this.
I mean, you do got to pay for those Destiny 2 expansions.
True.
Okay. Well, so
I think it would be really fun. However, no free.
Wait, so you're saying don't take the $50?
$50?
I'm good.
I'm not splitting $50.
That's 80 Canadian. That's 80 Canadian.
I get paid Friday.
I get paid Friday too. Loki.
No
$50.
That's
it. That's
no
it.
free W's. I'm
That's
sorry.
It's $80.
If you win the set, you know, sure, you get the. You think about it like this, right? Just play your heart out, win, because I think it would be really funny, especially as somebody that stopped other people from having historic runs or making it just at the last one. I think it'd be really funny to stop somebody again. So I think we should just, you know, we could stop this. And also imagine if we did, like, you know, int for the money. Gibby would be mad. We couldn't do that to Gibby.
Speaking of Gibby,
we can.
It'd be really
Gibby, can I get $50?
Listen, can I get $50? Listen, guys. See, I'm in a rock and a hard place. On one hand, I really want to win.
Dude, that's
no matter
80,
if we're losing.
That's 80
but at the same time, seeing my dear friend Jick lose his mind because I decided to let him lose, that's enticing. Okay.
Okay. The thing is that, like, we would get $50, but not individually.
Yeah,
that's the thing as well. And
we're
also,
splitting that shit 3 ways.
We split that shit 3 ways. You people, we need jobs, guys. We need jobs.
Yeah, that's what y'all need. Y'all don't need to put
that's what I'm doing.
Y'all need to get your resumes made and get it.
I had an interview today.
I'm gainfully employed.
I'm working all week and I get paid Friday. I just want $80.
Dude, so now, yeah, new question.
Okay. I don't know what else to say. Sounds like we're funded out here on Team OMG.
If listen, Jeek, see something, right?
Oh,
if I tell my team to throw and then I bet on it, is that match manipulation? Do I lose something, or like is that like illegal in some way?
I'm gonna say, for, you know, we managed to get through 5 weeks of JeekLeague without anybody intentionally throwing a match. Let's keep up that streak. That's, you know, that's
okay.
That's
I'll leave it here. Let's have a clean match, guys. Or you can take the $50. You know, I'm not your dad.
You know, think about what Toxanz was saying about, like, trying to shut down the run. When Toxanz was given that speech, I'm imagining the gif of Toxanz doing the thing. So I mean, I don't know. Like,
I'm looking at the stream, dude. I can't lie. That couch looks mad comfy.
Yeah, look at the throw pillow on it. Here, let me move you all the way. You look at the look at the throw pillow. It's got the TJ on it.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
man.
shouts to our mod.
The Shadow, the JeekLeague, bro, the best league to do it.
I think IMO. There can't be any free W's. I'm gonna try my best.
True. You know what? I'll come back around.
I played Deadlock, and you just heard me playing Destiny 2 and Street Fighter. So like, I don't play this game.
Who do you play in Deadlock?
I play like 80% of the cast.
Guys, we gotta move on. We got a game to play.
Right. Let's go, team. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Any last words from OMG before I send y'all off to this match?
Even though we can't make it in the finals, even though we can't make
Victor in Deadlock.
Even though we can't make it in the finals, and we still beat you on the heart of the cards. Okay, let's go.
All I gotta say is this. If I sadly wasn't preoccupied with other parts of my life, we would have been the top 1 seed.
True.
But sadly, I did not play that much. However, that does not mean that I will not get this W for my team, even though I barely played. And also, Silver is broken. Nerf that character. All right.
You heard it here
Thank
first.
you so much, Jeek.
I thought Shiv was broken, but all right. Good luck in y'all's match.
All right.
See ya.
See you, bro.
Gecko and your boy Squanto from Odin's Gaming. How we feeling?
I'm kind of sad I didn't take the bribe. I made the joke when we were off. I wasn't gonna say it. I'll say it now. I was gonna say, I'm very glad they're the ones that have asked about the rule of bribery.
There's nothing in the rules that says we can't gentlemen's to a bank transfer.
That you know what? That's right. We didn't put that in the rules. Green, can you put a note down for season 3?
Like specifically this one set, no chicanery, no tomfoolery. Like
we made it through 10 games times 4, 40 sets of JeekLeague. Let's not throw in the 40th, that's what I'm thinking.
We go back to retroactively investigate every single set to make sure they comply with the new rule.
Well, here we go, y'all. Zintai Gaming, we got Gecko, your boy Squanto. This is an important match, not to put the pressure on y'all, but I think from what I understand, from what I'm looking at the points, you have a potential to make it out of this group with a blowout performance here. I don't know. How do y'all feel about that? Are y'all the ones that hear something like that and it fires you up? What do you think?
It stressed me the fuck out when I did the math, but I'm ready.
It's like I saw it's like we have to sweep. I'm like, of course it comes down to this. Like,
yeah. I was like eagle-eyeing TF versus Insert Team, because if they didn't sweep, then we had no chance. But Insert did sweep, so now we have a chance.
Okay.
But it was just like I just was like, it's gonna come down to the final set, isn't it? I saw it. I'm like, and I did the math, and it was like, because Gecko was saying, "Oh, we tie," and I then
I was just looking at the wrong thing.
I checked, and it's if we sweep this set, we will make it out by 1 point.
Oh, so
the fact it's 1 point is wild.
We've been a 1 point difference with them since like week 3, I think.
This has definitely been. I want to say like our rank 2 and rank 2 through rank 4 teams throughout all the groups have been super competitive, super close. So I mean, a lot of our tier 1 teams have had very strong performances, but a lot of our tier 2, tier 3 teams have kept it so competitive up into the wire that we're definitely going to do our due diligence. I and the mods making sure that those points are accurate, because it's it coming down to 1 point. That is crazy. You're not wrong, Squanto.
Yeah.
So
I also, you mentioned other teams too, and it's like occasionally I look at like other leagues, because our league has been so close. It's made every week like really competitive, but it's like I look over, it's like the other leagues. It's like, okay, how are the other divisions doing? I see like UMCA having like a perfect set record. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, Jesus Christ! Thank God we're not there.
I mean, not to make about UMCA, but like, didn't we all guess that when the teams got announced? I mean, I don't know. Like when we said who the players were on that team, wasn't everyone like, oh damn, okay, well,
the first like 8 teams was all. Actually, no, it was the first 9 teams. Can I remember we did like the first? No, it was actually like the first like 13 teams. Can I remember we did the first tier 3 team, and it was the Noodizzers, and everyone in chat was just like, I swear to God, if Peluna's on this team.
Yeah, it's thanks to we got a very competitive community, huh? We got a lot of strong players that have been grinding it out, not just in JeekLeague, but I see y'all playing your online brackets and playing your streams and stuff. So it's thanks to y'all keeping up that competition that we can even have a league this close. So it's gonna come down to this. I wish y'all luck. Don't let the pressure get to you. Make sure you still have fun. You got the OEG friends in the chat rooting for you. Maybe some OMG friends rooting against you, but we'll see. That's but fine. OEG,
we have the people that are in both that are just like in shambles right now. Like,
well, I won't let any bias leak. I just hope that we have a good time, and whatever happens, I know that I appreciate y'all coming on, OEG. So before I send you off to this set, any last words?
Okay, wait. Squanto's streaming. If you want to see our POV, go to him. Go to his Twitch. Smile.
It's true.
Feel free, drop it in the chat.
What did you mean by this? What did you mean by this? Like, I didn't even plug it. Like, that wasn't even my doing. Like, I just had my own channel plugged. Like, I didn't even ask. Like,
it would have been mine if I was streaming, but I'm not streaming.
Yeah, no, I'm endorsing you shouting it out, to be clear. Yeah, feel free. And then if Green said drop in the chat and I'll time you out. No, we won't. Okay.
Well, also, last shout out as well. Make sure to sign for Pride FGC this weekend. Very important shout out. That is happening this weekend.
Give not OEG. Oh my God. Give the Trevor Project $5 and play fighting games, please.
There you go. Yeah. Pariah, correct us, but $5 contribution to the Trevor Project gets you into all of the games, I think, that are on that.
Every single thing, and every $5 past that gets you another entry for your friend if you want to. Like,
there you go.
Super cheap, very fun every year.
So big shout outs to Pride FGC, big shout outs to OEG and the team, Gecko, your boy Squano. Good luck in your match, and we'll see you around.
Thank you.
Here we go, y'all. Your first match of the night
of this set between OMG and OEG. It's going to be Toxanz up against Goosinabout. Goose here, very strong Goldlewis player, the artist for our JeekLeague shirt. Big shout outs to that. Going up against Toxanz here. Jarvis having the Discord. Now, this match is very important. Great PRC drift down right there to keep this Goldlewis down. Going for that reversal, though, in the gap, represented by that Fujin. It's going to be a lot of damage. Oh, my God. Please. Oh, okay. Please, no connection issues in the match this important. Going to get that JD here. Okay. Oh, my gosh. Please, no connection issues in the match this important, please. Catching that backdash here with close slash. Guys, I can't stress enough the importance of this match. Right now in Seed 1, I think, is Insert Pickle Burger. And the factory is trying to get out at Seed 2. But if OEG secures 7 points from winning this set against OMG, they actually can come out on top by 1 point. So Goose here trying to start off strong against Toxanz, but closing out this first round. Getting that far slash punish here. Goose going for these overheads. Toxanz finding a good chance to mash out. Gets this Fujin counter hit. Counter hitting with a close slash in the corner. Goose having this meter to fight back with, but is going to have to do so after this hard knockdown. Toxanz will be getting our burst soon as well, thanks to this positive bonus cranking it up. Goose here, full security. This Anji can't give you too much room to breathe, or else you'll threaten to burn it down. The red RC to try to fight out of that corner, and it pays off with an immediate corner swap here from Goose. Toxanz trying to FD back all of these BTs. Doesn't want to get chipped out. Gets the counter hit just in time, though. Goose getting that burst. Great jab confirm into that 5K. Minigun sitting you back. Good just box from Toxanz to try to keep that meter. Didn't get the full whiff punish we wanted, but gets in on that whiff BT. Toxanz here with the Nagiha linking into 2K. Closes out the first round. Game 2 here. Toxanz getting game 1, but this is a first to 3 set. The BTs come out. That one's spaced out enough thanks to Toxanz with some great FD, but that pressure still up as you get wall splat and sent through here. The far slash getting spun through, spends the burst to push it back, goes for that drone. Able to spin through the drone, but getting whiff punished on the other side by that BT. Didn't get the full confirm that we needed, but is able to close it out with that 6P. Toxanz here with some good round start RPS. Was trying to keep you back with the 5K, but then was able to react with the spin anyways. And then get this Goldlewis in a corner situation. Getting punished here on the projectile. Goose probably trying to get out of that setup, but didn't have the chance to. Nice job finding the gap. Toxanz goes for this parry. Doing some good damage here. Keeping this Goldlewis down, trying to do that up forward, but the far slash was enough to keep you in the block stun to put you back down. Getting that 2K here after that jump in. Got you mixed around here on this Goldlewis. Toxanz getting clipped by that overhead. I like those 2Ps that threaten the throw. Goose bursting you back, trying to keep that pressure. Wanted to keep Toxanz in the corner. Good block there on the Rin after that enhanced Fujin. Toxanz getting this mix after, but calling out the backdash with this 2D here.
Calling out that backdash with a BT. Goosinabout gets a game on the board. The OEG squad coming out here, rooting for the boy. Got some ONG fans as well. Of course, the factory. You know, nothing personal, but rooting for OMG because OMG playing for spite out here. While they can't secure a spot out of the group, can affect the outcome with the points in this match. Good block. Dude, these Rin blocks have been crazy from Goose. Toxanz doesn't want to get wall broken on. Spends that burst and a great jump in to get a lick on this Goldlewis to cancel out that drone. Getting these counter hits here. Gonna get this Nagoriyuki. Toxanz getting around. Goose about to get this burst back. Toxanz getting 2K counter hitted on here. Goose doing a good job of weaving in those 2Ks to call out some of these startups of Toxanz moves. It's been getting us some of these great counter hits. Nice backdash there on that meaty. Oh, things got tricky there with that PRC. Was able to find the counter hit. Keeping it back here with that drone. Oh my god, the gold burst here. Not what we expected with that 2P after. Gets a throw in the corner. Another drone to keep you jailed in. The YRC to push you back though. Keeping that. Oh my god. Oh, tried to link the BT after that 2K. Weird stuff going on with those air throw attempts. The pin comes out, gets this counter hit. Goose with a good jab. Toxanz going down here, but has that massive burst advantage. Doesn't mean everything, but it's definitely going to help you here. Another great jab calling out that co-attempt. Things getting tricky here on the wake up. Getting these 2K counter hits again. Cashing out a bit of damage going for that drone. Toxanz here, backdashing into the drone, still active in the corner. Not what we expected. Does have that burst still in our pocket if we need to spend it, but going to be able to just get a simple 2P punish to get out of that corner. The Fujin no cancel to get the throw here. The flex shield to push it back. The nice counter hit far slash from a distance. Toxanz having 100 meter can catch you with a guts crush. Could potentially go for it here. No, just going to save that meter for one piece of mix. Goose is hard knocked down here, but does have the flex shield, does have YRC, and does have the tech. Nice BT to put you down. Catching you again here, Toxanz, but bet it all on throw. Toxanz sniffed it out with that backdash, was able to get away and get the punish. Very close round right there. And Spud, thank you for that that raid, homie. Getting you a shout out here. Oh, someone already beat me to it. Thank you, mods. A great set so far. Goose out here. I'll let my bias leak. I didn't know I was going to be rooting for Goldlewis, but Goose here. Been helping out the JeekLeague, not just as a player, but contributing to the merch as well. Also just a treat to watch here on this Goldlewis. PRC drifting forward, getting a throw here on that roll out of the corner. That spin. Toxanz with an amazing burst bait. Going to be able to get the corner steal. Goose blocked the cross up, but then caught here after. Toxanz canceling into this fan. Super is in a great spot with this hard knockdown. No, actually didn't get the wall break, but does get a drop-timal here as we fully charge that dust to get out a lot of damage. Still either player's game, I gotta say. At the very least, Goose is going to be aiming to try to get this burst away from Toxanz. Holding on to it here. Gets that backdash towards the corner. Uses this RC. The flex shield. Doesn't want to have to guess high-low on that Fujin setup. Goes for the 2B, but was it a safe jab? It wasn't. Goose gets the reversal.
Oh, wow. The throw bait here with those 5Ps. Toxanz getting picked up, but an immediate cancel on that super. We're going to game 5. All right, y'all. Rolling into this game 5. It's 2-2. Toxanz trying to end the dreams of OEG, dragging them down to the 7th circle of Anji hell. Goosinabout with the future of OEG's group on his shoulders. Wants to close out this set. Spends the burst here on this first hit. Pulls up with the drone. And Toxanz gets a throw after that spin RPS. Great tech here on that second attempt. A very meaty counter hit. JH here from Goose. Keeping you in the corner with that fast PRC. Goes for the drone. Spends the security. Toxanz spends the burst back though to call out that setup. Counter hit here on the 2S. Goose going to be put into the corner. Toxanz connecting with these Rins, resetting the situation. The Fujin no cancel. The JD does connect here. Red RC, the drift forward. YRC, the push it back. Does get another JH knockdown situation. A full security drone. Gets the spin through and a sit down with that koi. Blocks out the butterfly with that deflect shield. But Toxanz with a whip punish after puts ourselves on the set point. The 5K here on that confident BT startup. Toxanz got you in the corner. Keeps you jailed down with that pin. Teched back. Nice stuff here. Backdashing that Nagia. Gets a counter hit JD to put Toxanz down here in the corner. Jailing you with that JS. Having to hold that drone. But a counter hit on that low approach. Toxanz so good with those fuzzy jumps in the corner. Catches you with this Fujin, gets the punish, but the Nagia comes out into this reversal super from Goosinabout. Tries to go for another throw. Toxanz backdashing it away. He keeps the whiff co safe with PRC. Backdashing out that Nagia though. Gets rewarded with this 2K2D. The same side into the low. That was some crazy mix right here. Didn't get that 5K link that we expected. Toxanz here getting the flex shielded back with an amazing 6P 100 meter to boot. That's Toxanz winning the set for OMG 3-2. What a close one. Here we go, y'all. gekoisdizzy going to be going up against Kai Guy here. It's going to be the Dizzy versus the Potemkin. Gecko going to have some matchup experience in this, playing on Team OEG. You know he has to go up against Squanto, so he's going to have that XP. Unfortunately, didn't get that 6P connection here. Kai Guy, one of our stronger Potemkins here in the league, showing up and showing out for Team OMG. At one point, was completely undefeated. We had him up in the stats. Getting pushed down. Oh my god, was able to still flick back that JD. That's how slow that projectile is. Kai Guy just holding up forward, man. This Potemkin jumping at you is scary. Gecko here, dash blocking to try to approach a bit and then get some hits here with that 2S. The red RC drift back is a fun one because, oh wow, the JD actually just, the meatball right to the face. The red RC back is actually unique, right? Because how often are you going to be able to see something like that? You know, normally you want to get the red RC to connect, but the ice pillar keeping you down. Getting busted though. Kai Guy having that 50 tension, that's going to be around. Things evened up here. Gonna counter hit. Kai Guy with some great play. The red RC after. Trying to jab you back. Trying to go for the 5H, but Gecko using that B or C momentum to get around this Potemkin here. Kai Guy trying to go for that Garuda, but Gecko calling it out by holding up and then actually getting that punish after. Not fully what we wanted, but using that B or C to get another dash in after that slide head. Oh, wow. Confirming off the airfish with 5K and calling out the whip of that hammer fall with bar slash.
Nice stuff here. Gecko is dizzy, getting that meaty low here. Potemkin in the corner. It's this dizzy coming out on top. Game 2 here. Kai Guy trying to catch you with that 2D on the round start, but Gecko finding his way in. Nice job counter hit, confirming off of that Michael sword with the fish. So it's kind of like the fish confirms it for you. But it's Gecko going for these setups. Gonna get you with that H fish. What is that? KH fish? I'm trying to learn my fish out here, y'all. 5P. Going for that safe jab. There's the reversal. Not close enough to connect. Kai Guy going to be able to get this punish and put Dizzy down in the corner. Keeping it down with that bar slash. Mega Fist 4 does get punished by that low. And Gecko rewarded with a throw here. Probably going to hold on to the RC. One more setup to do it. And it's going to be that meaty 2H. Okay. Wasn't enough to do it there at first. But then the BRC 5, I mean rather JKs from Gecko. Crazy stuff. .5D connects, the fast RC after, the Michael sword to get the wall break. Gecko with some great play here in this second round. Already having a game lead, wants to keep you back with this deflect shield. Ice Spike PRC to be able to block it out while still securing the ice floor, canceling the end lag of that special move. Catching your backdash with 6H. Kai Guy ready with the burst and with this heat tackle after. Look at the shimmy from that Potemkin, bro. Gonna be enough to kill here with this HPB. Kai Guy evens up the rounds. Gecko getting jabbed back here. The 6H connecting, the slide head to put you down. Good just blocks here from Gecko. Gets the low. Oh my gosh, the fish fighting back here. I like that Gecko was ready with the Michael sword as well to call out the startup of that flick. The BRCs from Gecko have been plentiful and amazing to be able to get around this Potemkin, get back into good zoning positions, and also to confirm some tricky hits. Setting up that spike. Getting in with this Hammerfall, the red RC after, but Dizzy was spending that burst to keep you down. Nice stuff here from Kai Guy. With that low HP on his side, had the threat of one hit to close out that game, but kept the pressure up, kept it cool and collected here against Gecko, and was able to get this game here on the board. Another raid, holy moly. Valiant FGC, thank you, homie. Appreciate you for that one. Thank you, MFCR. Big shouts to the bracket. Who won? Gaining those points for the road to the top over there at the Valiant FGC brackets every Tuesday. And also shouts to Team UMCA. I think went completely undefeated as of tonight, finishing all their matches. Is that right, Green? You know off the top of your head? Oh my god, getting busted here. A punish to start things off. Kai Guy getting this low here as well. Gecko with a good spaced far slash into that sword to keep you down. Canceling in the sword. Kai Guy having 100 here.
Oh man, Gecko with some amazing just blocks gets rewarded with this throw. Awesome matchup awareness there from Dizzy to close out that round in a very stylish fashion there, just with some great down back IBFDs. Going to be able to jump in over this Potemkin full screen pressure here with that slide head. Bases out a 6H and gets rewarded. HPB, oh, but the PRC to get that counter hit 2H, the wings that come out, and this full combo after, despite the HPB. Now, it was PRC scaling, but that was still impressive damage here in this patch, in my opinion. Having that wings in the back pocket, the 5D kept safe by the fish, but finding a chance to heat tackle out. Didn't get the 6K punish that we wanted after baiting out that reversal. These 2Ds have been strong from Kai Guy to keep you down, bringing you to the corner. One more mix will do it, but jabbing out of that setup after blocking it. Kai Guy going for the forward Mega Fist, but Gecko is dizzy, ready for the reversal to go up here 2-1. One more set left in this first of 3.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh, trying to 6P through that fish right there, but Gecko was able to call it out with that spike. Man, so much of this ice damage here. Not getting the spear to connect on that first setup, but does get it to break the wall here. Trying to get that buster. Good up back there from Gecko. Kai Guy going for that. Oh my gosh, for the heat tackle. Gecko with the 100-meter super. What a call out. Imagine if that one whiffs, right? But Kai Guy gonna go down here through the wall. Gecko with a very strong call out to put ourselves on the set point. Oh, the meaty 6H actually getting us a punish here. Kai Guy was trying to press out of that one. Oh, the reversal on the heat tackle again. Gecko definitely getting pretty confident about that because it has been paying off, but a little late on that last one. Kai Guy gets a chance to get out of the corner. The 5D red RC keeping it down with these 5Ps as well. Kai Guy always looking for those buttons to mash. Didn't get the 2D after that Garuda hit like we wanted, but in the scramble, the tap dust was all we needed to even up the round. Still, set point for Gecko is dizzy here. Immediate 2H on the round start. Dude, dizzy players want one thing, and that's 2H into wings. Blocking you out here, the fish to extend the hit stun to get the wings out, and now here they are procking with the throw. Gecko gets this set 3-1. We got a match coming up here between Esteemed Ruffian representing OMG going to be going up against OEG, the final first to 5 of the JeekLeague. Let's get it. Steamed Ruffian here, getting a couple licks in already, but getting jumped in on after that 6H, your boy Squanto. Oh my god, oh my god, the box there with the 6K. Stanson back and forth, trying to catch Squanto off guard, but this Potemkin's got you jailed into the corner with that Mega Fist. Good. IBFDs from Ruffian does get a K-Finer punish after. I'm so inspired by all of y'all having these little matchup things ready on lock. Like, y'all truly are some of the best players in this game. I hope y'all know that. Not trying to glaze, not trying to get too sappy or whatever, but everyone that played in this league, the 96 unique players, you all showed up
every week, 5 weeks in a row, learning matchups, putting yourself in hard situations, putting your ego on the line, your time on the line, but you did so with your friends. You had a good time. Maybe you were stressed, maybe you were having fun, maybe you had some laughs, some gaffes. So appreciate all of y'all. Not trying to get too sappy though, because we're still trying to beat some ass here in this set to first to 5. Your boy Squanto already getting down half of this HP and getting counter hit here though by Esteemed Ruffian, confirming with that 2S after. Good just blocks here on that close. Oh my god, that mix. Going for the air stancel into the low, catching Squanto off guard. But this Potemkin does have that chance to get the HPB out. Didn't commit to the full JD. Ruffian was ready for that whiff punish. If so, it's going to be the cross up after into that reversal. Ruffian getting this round. Good just block there on that Garuda, bro. Trying to go for reversal. Oh my god. Not getting punished on that whiff buster. Gets the 6P, but at that point, Ruffian was obvious, so the burst connected. Squanto still finding a chance to get out of that corner, though. Chasing it down with these Garudas. Confirming that last one into some slash pressure. Not enough to kill. Does have the meter. And with that armor hammer fall, Squanto gets the first game in this first to 5. Reminder, the first 2 sets were worth 2 points each. The first 2 going to OMG. The second 2 going to OMG. This last one is worth 3 more points. So we'll see who comes out on top here. Squanto with a strong start, but that's what's cool about the first to 5. It doesn't matter who gets that first. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's always the truth, right? It doesn't matter who gets the first game, especially in first to 5. Right? It's gonna be a long one. It's about the stamina. And it is late. It's EST, y'all. It's getting kind of late here on a Tuesday. So definitely appreciate everybody being chill and patient and playing out their matches. Give me that overhead finder. Catching Squanto here. Goes for the burst to keep this Ruffian back. Counter hitting with that far slash anti-air. Wanted to try to hammerfall break under you, but the burst still putting you back to the corner. Having enough space, though, to get that slide head punish here on Ruffian. Going for some of these 6Hs. Not getting the chance to, though. Or the 5H, sorry. I think I just realized it was the 5H, not the 6H. But getting that jump back. Oh, unfortunately didn't get that super confirmed that we wanted. But does get the air throw here. The PRC scaling, making the damage a little laughable. But does get an overhead to keep this box up. Squanto trying to commit to that hammerfall out of the corner. But armor means you still take damage. Ruffian was able to close out that round. Nice job getting out of the corner, keeping these jabs up. Ruffian doing a good job of fuzzy jumping out of any potential buster setups, and also just getting away from some of those more committal normals from Squanto. Gets a chance to get some whiff punishes and fights after. Baits the burst there on the ground. Ruffian said, I know you can't see me, but I'm ready for this burst. Blocked it out and is sending Squanto through. Does have 50 to play with. Could see probably an HPB to try to get out of that corner potentially, but Ruffian not giving you the chance as we even up the games. This Ruffian out here is esteemed for OMG. Getting this first game. Squanto blocking out these cards, but too respectful on the blocks. Ruffian trying to get another throw. A little greedy there as the burst comes out to push back this Squanto. Nice red RC on the armor. Ruffian very active here in this matchup. Squanto ready with the burst to put this Johnny back and has 50 to go into this fast RC Garuda. Ruffian with a good backdash has not been called out by these busters between the up backs, between the back dashes. This Ruffian's been doing a good job. of just not getting hugged. You know what I mean? Squano getting chipped away a bit by these licks. Gonna be able to get that Hammerfall red RC. Nice K-Finder on the drift down there from Ruffian, but Squano putting you right back to the corner, calling out the up back with this jump series. Did it again. Ruffian said, okay, I can block it out. I just don't want to get busted. Feel free to put me in the block string, bro. Just don't grab me. And there's that overhead finder. Didn't get the full confirm we wanted after. Didn't get the card pop like we wanted. There's that fuzzy jump from Ruffian. I gotta say, it's been paying off. Yeah, Squano has been able to jail you down, with, especially with the hard clouts on the jump series, but also with those close slashes. But just the threat of the up back and the backdash means you're not seeing as much of that buster, and it's paying off for Ruffian. Yeah, you get hit every once in a while by that close slash. You get sat down. You get hit by that jump series. You get stuck in the block string, but you're not getting busted, and you're not giving Squanto the confidence to go for it. Trying to close out this round here. Is able to space out that 2K. Squano with a very powerful 6H is able to still pull up with those Hammerfall breaks, but the Deflexio gets called out, and Ruffian throws you down to get game 3. Shoutouts to the Johnny sticker we have, by the way, y'all, that has Johnny doing the TJ. Have y'all seen that one? Can I pull it up in time? Here, let me see. Let me do it quickly. Do you guys see the Johnny with the TJ? Get it? He's like doing the J super, but it's TJ. Is that funny? Shouts to Mina. Y'all can check out the stickers over !merch. They're directly on the Matcherino page. If you wanted to contribute to the prize pool directly, what they cost on the Matcherino is what goes into the prize pool. No catch. So the sticker sheet's 20 bucks. It throws $20 into the prize pool. The shirt's 25. Same thing. Big shouts to Mina and Goose for working on those designs for us. Let's talk about Squano here, huh? Oh my god. Gigantor Kai lining up that 2H after into the HPB. Gonna see if this is gonna be enough, man. If HPB is hitting you with that low life, it usually always kills. So Squano here getting the first round. Oh, but feeling a little too confident. Went for that buster there. Ruffian doing a great job of not getting grabbed here, at least by those raw busters on the ground. Has been doing a good job of getting around them. Keeping that with normal safe with PRC. Great use of that Roman cancel. Squano with these Hammerfall breaks, just using them as like almost like dash blocking out, right? Like using the Hammerfall as the armor. Recovering quick enough to be able to react to Ruffian doing any crazy options. This throw pressure in the corner, securing the perfect for Esteemed Ruffian. Squano getting a counter hit 6K. Didn't get that 2D after like we wanted, but gonna get that forward Mega Fist. Ruffian with some active defense here. You see the back dashes. No, unfortunately missed the heat tackle, but was able to clean it up with that PRC JD. The scaling meant the damage wasn't there, but after the wall break, was able to get a 2P flick to close it out and even things back up. Ruffian with a 2-game streak, but Squano squashing that here. And now if you're rooting for either player, you can't just root for the next game. Reminder, this is first to 5. So we're in it for the long haul.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Using these cards as pressure themselves. Goes for the Hammerfall break, but then committed to the button after, so the burst does come out from Ruffian. Pushes back this Potemkin, but Squano has been on you like a gnat, bro, with these Hammerfall breaks. Ruffian does get out of the corner, but the Nsenga getting 6P. Going for that 6K Nsenga route, Squano confirms in the HPB and will be able to close out this round. Squano with some, I mean, both these players, I should say, but in that last showing was Squano with some great defense, calling out exactly what we need to do in that matchup. Saw the 6K, was preempting the 6P after. Doesn't want to fall for that one. Getting these counter hits here, canceling in the super immediately. Not going to be enough to kill Potemkin. Squano, though, not on that much HP. Doesn't have a lot to play with. Does have the resources, but with that 5K stagger from Ruffian, getting a nice perfect to even up the rounds. Not that far behind in terms of burst either. So definitely in an okay spot here. Squano does get a nice jump in and a 6P there in the scramble. Going to be able to go into this reset HPB after close slash. FD to try to keep you back. Does get a punish too as Squano connecting another Garuda. Ruffian this time ready with the burst, but using the one hit of armor from that slide head, that heat tackle. Jesus. That hammer fall, excuse me. Squano was able to get in past the K Finer. Naming every Potemkin move but the one Squano is doing. Y'all, this match is going the distance here. Big shouts to OEG. I know they're on the screen right now. Squano is representing them. They were one of the partners here. Oh, wait, wrong command. They were one of the partners here in the JeekLeague, and they're running a charity tournament event this Friday for the Trevor Project. Start.gg/PrideFGC. We've been running the ads in the videos. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, $5 contribution gets you entrance to all those games, one of them being Guilty Gear Strive. So I'd love for y'all to check that one out. Right now, we're watching this one, though. Both these players going back and forth. This has got to be one of our closer first to fives we've had in the JeekLeague, bro. Like, literally trading games back and forth. Squano with this heat knuckle. Oh, but a very quick K-Finer from Ruffian, and then send you back down with that vault deal. Squanto could burst here, but opts to keep it in the back pocket. Ruffian with an amazing combo after that vault deal confirm, was able to close out the round. Squano does have this burst. Going to be able to confirm it to another super here. Ruffian going to get this wall break hard knockdown. Oh, unfortunately wasn't able to get that super after the tumble. Good backdash here on the slide head. If you can, if you got it like that, you're able to backdash that slide head, definitely where you want to be. Look at Ruffian, bro. So good at doing exactly that. Squano gonna have to rethink those special moves here in the neutral and catching your landing with that K Finer, that excuse me, that P Finer. Ruffian evening up the games again. We're 3-3. Reminder, this is first to 5, so we're gonna have to win 2 more games for either player if we're gonna make it out and get these points.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Garuda's coming back and forth. Ruffian not holding any more of that. Is ready with the 6P on defense. And here's another one, speaking of. Tried to link it into that P-Finder. Didn't get that connection. And Squano with a jab immediately into HPB. Even if Ruffian was thinking, maybe I burst. Maybe I... Nope. Squano not giving you the chance. With that immediate super cancel. Not enough to kill. Okay. Whew. Jeek, I just got news that Team Factor was using performance-enhancing drugs and therefore needs to be DQ'd. We're going to have to look into this after. What were they drinking? White Monster? Those damn cheaters. I don't know about y'all, but when I'm doing something important, you give me a White Monster, I'm locking the fuck in. Yellow RC to push you back. Half the TF roster are white monsters. That is fucking awesome. Oh my god. All right. Gibby, you're not allowed to type again ever. That is crazy. Mods. Oh, nice backdash there on that throw attempt. Ruffian getting thrown right back with that buster. Squanto here up 4-3. Man, I was fucking crying there, bro. Oh my god. Guys, JeekLeague's been freaking awesome, man. And it's not over yet. We've just crossed the halfway point if you count the whole league. Yeah, the pools ends today. And for some of us, this is our last week. But we're still going to be streaming every week. We're still going to be showing off those sponsor videos. We're still going to have more Guilty Gear action for y'all as players fight it off for this $1,900 prize pool. And you can contribute to that by checking out the merch that we got going on. I'm going to shill it. I'm going to shill it over and over again. It directly benefits the players. We make no money off them. In fact, I lose every shirt you buy, I lose $20. I've lost, and this isn't what was me. My point being is that this is for the players. This is for y'all to get some cool stuff and contribute to that prize pool. So if you're interested, feel free to check it out. Big shouts to Mina and Goose for working on those. Ruffian here, beating up Squanto, going for that Nsenga, actually getting the 6P there. Squanto trying to check you with the 5P jab, but Ruffian ready with that card pop after as well. Going for that red RC. Trying to commit to this burst bait, but because of that delay, didn't get that P-Finder like we wanted, using that single hit of armor to hammer fall through. Still having that burst in the back pocket. Ruffian going to be able to backdash out that throw. Trying to bait out this burst here. Squano not falling for it. Is getting spaced out by these P-Finders, though. Catching your approach. Ruffian gonna finally get that burst, but it's gonna be after this counter hit heat tackle from your boy Squano. Didn't get the throw we wanted, but was able to get that 5P. Ruffian shimmying around here with these step dashes, but jailed back down with that JS. Next hit kills, and it's the BRC slowdown getting the 5P from Ruffian, putting us on the set point. Squano here pulling up, trying to get that Garuda, but Ruffian with a good jump back. It's going to be able to get these hits here instead. Throwing you back into the corner, having 50 in the pocket. The flex shield to push us back, but was able to use that stancel forward to catch a nice overhead finer. I always love when Johnnies get those setups. Ruffian getting the Ensenga as well to get the most damage we can. BRC drift forward to get a 6P here from Squano. Getting that jump over JH. Weird stuff. The clash cancel answered by Ruffian's throw. The PRC into this combo is going to be bringing us to our game 9 in this first of 5. I am trying to remember if we even have gone to game 9 in the JeekLeague at all. We maybe once or twice on stream, maybe. And for it to matter like this, for it to come down to the wire between OEG and OMG, I couldn't be happier with the set we have. Last game of the JeekLeague. Pools. Esteemed Ruffian versus your boy Squano here. Game 9, duel 1, let's rock. Far slash to keep you back in that cave finder. Immediate card, Squano using that double jump to try to get forward here and those hammerfall breaks. But Ruffian with that mental stack gets to throw another card set, and the counter hit gets this card pop after. Didn't get the 2S like we wanted, but does get this wall splat. Confirms it with the cave finder. Positive bonus, going to bring us up to 100, and with an immediate counter hit into a super expenditure, going to spend another 50 to close out this round with a perfect Ruffian on set point here after being down. Squanto moving forward here, getting our low, confirming into Garuda, but a little too late on that next button. Ruffian checks with the throw and gets the punish. Good jab out with Squano, but Ruffian in that scramble keeping you down here. Good blocks on these overheads as well from Squano. Goes for the reversal, but the counter hit comes out. Trying to space out a bit, but that hammerfall red RC getting bursted, but at least into the mid screen. Squano jumping in, trying to get you with the 6H as well. Ruffian trying to go for that whip punish. Confident 6P right there. Squano didn't get that 2K like we wanted, but is going to use this burst to get a counter hit 6H and bring us to the last round. Pariah called in the chat, said he said OEG last game, last round. You know how we do it. And here we go. Your boy Squano bringing it here against esteemed Ruffian. Backdashing out that slide head. Setting up the card, and it's so vertical. Calls Squano out for that double jump. Has Potemkin in the corner, trying to keep that 2K link in the scramble. Gets the throw after another card set. Has those frames, in fact, has the wall splat with this overhead. Ruffian going to confirm into this hard knockdown super. Squano with resources, but not that much HP. Getting called out on our backdash by that 2D. Ruffian getting the flex shielded back in with the one hit of armor. Squano gets in, but can't make a choice like that again. The 5D gets blocked. Ruffian with the far slash and an amazing set. OMG comes out on top. BuffVenom.org is a grassroots organization dedicated to raising awareness for Venom's current mid-tier status in Guilty Gear Strive 2.0. Our website presents a 7-point plan that we will believe will bring Venom back to his rightful place on top of tier lists and dominating top 8s. Unlike Happy Chaos's reign, we expect that an era of Venom supremacy will usher in an unprecedented amount of positivity and fan engagement in the Strive scene and the FGC as a whole. Check out our website for more details and how you can help out.
We're going to have the announcements of who made it out of on groups. I'm going to have that up on Twitter ASAP for y'all to know. Playoffs start right next week on Tuesday with the final 8 teams. Check us out every Friday for the JeekLeague Open Bracket. Would love to have you. And if you're in the MDVA area, would love to have you at the KM Local at the JeekLeague Offline. I'm Jeek. That's it for me. Y'all have a great week. Peace out.